deal with it by yourself. So not necessarily a hurricane. And so I think we need to embrace not preparedness, not just for the hurricane season, but to be prepared for any eventuality that may disrupt your life. And I think that will keep us in better standing.
Thank you ever so much, Mrs. Smith. We thank you all for being on our program today. On behalf of A Familiar War, I desire humbly to thank our special guests, sponsors, and production team who made our hurricane preparedness program possible. I thank our production team, specifically Mr. Dwan Archer and Mr. Fabian Johnson from Green Tree Productions, and we thank you all for watching our program today. We hope that this program will make you more resilient, and we hope that God will bless us all during this hurricane season and beyond. Thank you.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Welcome to What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain. Wherever you're joining us from this Tuesday, June 23rd, thanks for making us a part of your evening. We've got thought-provoking conversations, inspiring guests, and stories that are sure to get people talking. Let's get started. We step into a world where memory meets art. Discover how everyday experiences, family traditions, and cultural heritage are being transformed into works that celebrate Bahamian identity. Also, we're celebrating 25 years of faith, service, and community impact. We'll learn how one ministry is marking this milestone by giving back and continuing its mission of helping those in need. And ending strong with global headlines and Hollywood buzz, we're breaking down the stories sparking conversation around the world. That's all ahead in Trend Tracker. We're just getting started. Don't go anywhere. What's Trending continues right after this.
Heaven, I'm in heaven. And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
When the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
I want to show you what paradise on earth really looks like. Imagine this. It's a hot summer day. You've been tanning all day. You just want a place to cool down.
This 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom villa sleeps up to 6 people with a fully equipped kitchen and living room. And if you're looking for relaxation,
look no further. Now the food, the pool, and the drinks are nice, but summer's coming up. Summer's coming up, and you need to get that body in check. Here at the Paradise Island Beach Club, they have a fully equipped 24-hour gym, ensuring that summer body is in check.
We went down to the beach for a little bit. Very relaxing. Definitely gonna come back.
Always have a good time at the pool bar, always have a good time at the pool, and then, you know, to be able to walk down less than a minute walk to the beach is unbelievable.
Just like these drinks, life really is sweet at Paradise Island Beach Club.
Cheers to that.
family has them. Stories passed down through generations, traditions that shape who we are, and memories that stay with us long after the moment has passed. But what happens when those memories are transformed into art?
Culture and Color, presented by Dungaluk Studios Art Gallery.
Our guest is exploring questions of identity, memory, and cultural connection through a powerful new exhibition that celebrates Bahamian heritage, cultural memory, and the everyday objects and experiences that shape who we are. Using natural materials, traditional craft, sculpture, weaving, and printmaking, the exhibition invites visitors to reflect on the stories they carry and the legacy they hope to leave behind. Joining us tonight is artist Averia Wright. Welcome to What's Trending, Averia.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, it's always a pleasure chatting with you. This is the first time on the set, but not the first time we're chatting. So wonderful to see you again.
Thank you.
So let's start at the beginning with the title, Things We Carry. It's something everyone can relate to. But what does that phrase mean to you?
So for me personally, my practice is centered around my mother particularly. She was a straw vendor, and my grandmother was also a straw vendor. So basically it's a family lineage of straw vendors that essentially, when I first started my art practice, I didn't want to work in the material because I had been doing it so much in my life. But it was definitely something that I had to address, and the work became a lot more powerful when I decided to delve into the straw practice and use those materials in my practice and kind of like elevate them to using bronze and like transforming them with the raffia and on using it on canvas and so forth. So yeah.
Now, we know this is a dual exhibition.
Yes.
You're working along with Kendra Forup. So talk to us a little bit about her component in this exhibition as well.
So before talking about her component, I will say that Kendra is actually my mentor. Okay. And she taught me at the University of Tampa, where I got my bachelor's degree. I went into the program as a ceramicist concentration and now a sculptor and mixed media artist. It's all due to Kendra's influence. And we have a really good relationship that still today. I actually went prior to this show for about maybe 2 weeks to do some work at the studio at the University of Tampa, where Kendra teaches still as the associate professor for sculpture. And so we have a very rich relationship. I curated her mid-career survey exhibition at the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas. So this show was kind of long overdue.
So it sounds like it's going to be a dynamic exhibition.
It is definitely.
From what you talk about in terms of your work with the straw and now your ceramics and all the other components that you do. And Kendra obviously is going to be dynamic in our presentation.
Definitely.
As well. But obviously this exhibition is deeply rooted in memory and tradition. So was there a particular story, person, or experience that sparked the idea for this body of work?
So I had been making some work for a commission, and they were very tourist-centric. They were on bananas, pineapples, flamingos, kind of like these items that I was using a lot of Bahamian textiles like androsia and just like using a lot of different material where I was using raffia and so forth. And when Jordan Ritchie, who was the curator for the exhibition, addressed us, and he was like, I want you to do more of those works. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, because it's a commission. A commission is kind of like you follow the rules of whatever the person wants to do. But for my practice particularly, I wanted to look more internally, and I wanted to work on bush medicine as kind of like the thing that I felt needed to be preserved and kind of like the story that needed to be told. And so the basis of that work is raffia on canvas, and it's all talking about soursop and aloe and so forth. So I have like the scientific names of them and all of that. But I also continued a series that I've called Lost in the Foliage, where I highlight straw vendors and I take them out of their environment, which would normally be a straw market, and put them in Bahamian foliage. And so I have them in a lady in Bougainville, and she's trimming a straw doll And that's one of the pieces I also did. And then the works that I did at the University of Tampa with Kendra was at a bronze foundry process called the burnout. And we did that for a long process. Actually, it's like a 2-year process of me having made the bags from straw and coating them in wax and then burning them out in a kiln. And then we poured the bronze. But we did 17 of those bags, really mini straw bags. They're really not functional. And they're, an installation on the wall, which was exciting for me to do that work. So, yeah.
So when people hear the term cultural memory, it can sound a little abstract. So how would you explain it, and why is it something worth preserving?
So cultural memory, for me, like I said, my mom was a straw vendor, and I grew up in the straw market and making anything from coin purses, handbags, and so forth, and learning how to use the raffia. And somebody made a comment when they saw the show, they were like, the way that you use the raffia is so powerful, because I actually had a lot going on when I was making this work, and I approached a straw vendor and I was like, hey, can I commission you to do some of this raffia work? And they were like, could you please come and pick up your stuff? Because this is difficult. Because the thing about the raffia is it continues to pop as you're using it on canvas because the material is so strong. So for me, it was kind of like reusing materials that I grew up with, and in the natural environment of using it on straw and taking it out of that context and putting it in a new space. And I found it exciting, and the difficulty of it very exciting, that I didn't think of how difficult it was because I just wanted to make something happen.
You just were in creator mode.
Exactly. So that was a part of kind of like this cultural memory of kind of like changing the environment.
A stamp on everything.
Exactly.
Too. Like
the things that I remember.
So one of the most compelling aspects of this exhibition is the way it transforms ordinary objects and experiences into art. So how did you decide which memories, materials, and traditions are worth preserving through your art?
For me, it's a little bit more instinctual, and then also a part of my research when I think about tourism, because I quite often these are very layered works that have transpired over the course of my practice. And so it first started as a commentary on tourism, and it being kind of like the golden goose and the golden egg, and kind of like trying to shift the narrative or look at it from a Bahamian's perspective and think about who's making the work, think about the preservation of how long we can last with straw, and like, do we have enough straw? Are we preserving it by building farms specifically for more farming of it? Because the price of straw is continuing to rise, particularly because the supply is very low and the demand is high. And then the platters are essentially diminishing because the practice isn't going on.
Well, obviously, this sounds like a very rich and thought-out exhibition. Yeah. So, Averia, thank you so much. And obviously, I know Kendra is watching, so thank you both for doing such a phenomenal job. And I know everyone is going to be surely impressed by what they see at the exhibition.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add real quickly, quick. The closing of the exhibition, the reception is on Thursday at 6 to 8 at the Current Art Gallery in the Rotunda.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So when we return, a local church turns its anniversary into a celebration of giving back.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. Only Lutheran, we've helped 122 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $3 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Eleuthero's economy by investing in its leading sectors: tourism, food and beverage, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC, Bahamas.
At Marco's, we make it better. Better ingredients, better flavors, better quality. A signature sauce that families have always counted on. We are not only serving your family, but our families too. 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas with center squares or cheesy bread for just $29.95. When you want pizza you can trust, choose Marco's. Your family deserves the best. Marco's Pizza, crafted with heart and proudly shared with love.
Isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? Ah, you haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
For 25 years, Believers Embassy International has been serving communities through faith, outreach, and commitment to helping others. To mark this milestone, the ministry is hosting a special spring giveaway on June 27th, providing free groceries, clothing, and hot breakfast to those in need, all tied into their pastoral anniversary. So joining us tonight are Dr. Stephen and Nadine Monroe. Welcome to What's Trending.
Thank you for having us here.
Yes. It's great to have both of you here with us. And obviously, Dr. Monroe, we're going to start with you. 25 years, that is a major milestone in ministry. When you look back on your journey, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, one of the first things that comes to mind as it relates to the ministry and the journey of just growing in the things of the Lord is people. And of course, love. You know, that's one of the things that keeps us moving. I believe that we're not just called to do church, but we're called to do kingdom. And so a part of the kingdom is also outreaching and helping others. And that's something that we have been doing for 25 years.
So this is just easy stuff. So many organizations would celebrate their pastoral anniversary with a gala or a banquet, but you've chosen a community giveaway. Why was giving back the right way to mark this occasion?
I would say this, you know, I think that as a pastor, I believe that, you know, we can be celebrated, but we also have to know how to also celebrate others. Okay. I'm grateful to God that He has graced myself, my wife and I, and also the ministry to be able to help others. And us choosing to do the 25-year celebration as it relates to giving back to the community, I thought that would be fitting for 25 years. You know, we've been doing it for a long time, but it just feels good to know that you can help others. And so that's something that we have been doing, and we do it.
And that's a great way to look at it. So, Pastor Nadine, let's bring you into this conversation. Let's talk about the events set for June 27. What can people expect when they come out? And what do you hope that they walk away with, besides groceries and clothing, of course?
Well, we are known in the community as the ministry that gives back. And so most of the times people anticipate a great time, delicious food, and excellence in everything that we do. I also want to say that we are celebrating 25 years of pastoring, but Believers Embassy International is 9 years old. So we pastored in Eleuthera for quite some time, and then we came back to Nassau, served in our local ministry, and the Lord called us to Believers Embassy International. And since we've been back here in Nassau, that is what we have been doing. So give back is something that we always do, but this one is special to us because 25 years of pastoring is not easy.
Not by any standard.
But we are grateful to God for choosing us to be the vessels to give back. You know, so on Saturday, we're gonna have new and lightly used clothes. We're gonna have delicious hot breakfast, and we're also gonna have groceries to give away. So we are looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the fellowship. And I want to encourage also the seniors to come back because Dr. Monroe has a passion for youth, but a special place in his heart for seniors. So the seniors are gonna be specially taken care of where they sit down, we feed them, and we bring them their groceries. So we encourage you that if you have needs, just come. Let us serve you.
Let us tend to the needs, huh?
Yes.
So Dr. Monroe, if we could go back to you, obviously community outreach has always, as you pointed out, been a part of your ministry. So why is it important to extend your faith beyond the walls of the church?
Well, you know, is one thing to feed persons with spiritual knowledge, wisdom, which is good, but I believe that we ought to demonstrate practicality as well, and as it relates to us giving back tangibly. When Jesus was feeding the 5,000, after he fed them with spiritual food, he gave them temporal food. And so I believe that us giving back to our community as it relates to the natural, feeding the whole man, spirit, the soul, and the body. That's something that we do. Matter of fact, we even have a program like for this 25th pastoral anniversary, we're going to be giving out scholarships to our youths. And we have another program that is Feed the 5,000, where we went into Grand Bahama, we went into Cat Island, and also in New Providence and throughout the schools, you know. So we do a plethora of initiatives.
And there's also the Dynamic Business League that I want you also to tell us a little bit about quickly before our time runs out.
Well, you know, we're not just only pastors, but we are also business owners. We've been in business, Monroe's Landscaping, the Garden Depot, and other businesses and investments that we do for over 36 years. And so the Dynamic Business League is an arm of the church that helps empower business owners, also entrepreneurs and potential persons who want to do business. We do a lot of training and leadership to help them to succeed.
And so looking back over the 25 years that you've been serving as pastors, was there a moment when you realized that ministry was making the impact beyond what the congregation felt? Was there a moment for either of you?
You want to answer that?
Well, you know, we have, you know, oftentimes people say people are ungrateful, but we've had many moments where people write us and say, you know, thank you so much for your give back. And moments like that, you know, help us to say, wow, you know, thank you for allowing us to do this for you. So there have been many moments where people come back and say thank you.
You know, I think one of my aha moments when also it started off was our back to school extravaganza, which is a huge one. We help almost over 4,000 kids get back to school, brand new shoes, haircuts, all that good stuff. I think I was riding through a rural community at the time, and I saw kids with
While that is important, I got to bring you back to your pastoral event. So just remind our viewers again, quickly, the events that are happening and when, so they remember. I don't want them to be confused about back to school. I want them to remember the give back that you are doing. So just quickly, just remind us again.
So we're going to be meeting at Believers Embassy International in the courtyard on the 27th of June, 7 a.m.
Early.
Sharp. So we're going to be having grocery give out. We're going to have new and used, slightly used clothing, and also hot breakfast. Delicious. Hot breakfast is going to be there on June 27th. You don't want to miss it. That's this Saturday. It's going to be a dynamic time. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Well, Dr. Stephen, Pastor Nadine, thank you so much. Congratulations on 25 years. That's an awesome milestone, and continue to do the good work of God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So coming up after the break, it's time for our trip around the world as we bring you the latest trending stories in news and entertainment. That's in our Trend Tracker.
I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
So you're planning to weather the storm at home. You've bypassed all the shelters. Your preparation is complete, and so are your emergency kits. You're ready. But what happens if the storm changes direction and it's a direct hit? What's your evacuation plan? If you don't have one, make one. And remember, take into account the location of your house, whether it's near beaches, canals, or it sits in a flood-prone area, and be realistic about the evacuation plan. Plan what to take. In its simplest form, take only what you cannot afford to lose. Have a go bag ready and a discussion beforehand what bag contents should consist of, like toiletries, medication, change of clothing, and important documents in a waterproof folder. Take inventory of your home, pictures included. Make sure your vehicle has a full tank of gas. Decide your destination and the best route. If you can't get out, find safety in the highest level of your home. And as always, be sure to pay close attention to the ZNS network for weather updates. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS network. Tonight, we're covering a mix of major global headlines, political developments, and big entertainment stories making waves around the world. From breaking international news to major shifts in leadership and the latest buzz from film and television, here's everything you need to know right now in Trend Tracker. Globally, where a dangerous heat wave is sweeping across Europe. Temperatures have surged past 104 degrees Fahrenheit in sections of France, Spain and Italy, triggering health alerts and raising concerns from millions across the region. The extreme heat has forced some schools to close and caused disruptions to transportation services as authorities urge residents to stay safe and limit outdoor activity. In France, heat-related incidents have already been linked to multiple deaths, and forecasters warn the hottest days may still be ahead. With summer only just beginning, Europe is bracing for what could be a long and dangerous season of extreme heat. Well, staying in Europe, a major political shakeup is unfolding in the United Kingdom. The country is preparing for new leadership after Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced his resignation, saying he no longer had the support needed to govern effectively. Now, all eyes are on Andy Burnham, the former mayor of Greater Manchester, who has quickly emerged as Labour's frontrunner to take the top job. Starmer's exit comes after months of sliding poll numbers, internal party tension, and growing pressure following a series of political setbacks. If Burnham takes over, he'll face immediate pressure to reset the government's agenda and rebuild public confidence. Now let's shift gears from real-world headlines to a story straight out of a comic book. Superhero fans have been counting down the days for this one, and the wait is almost over. Supergirl flies into theaters this week with Miley Alcock suiting up as the Girl of Steel in DC's latest superhero adventure. This isn't your typical cape and cowl story. Expect cosmic action, a quest for revenge, and yes, Crypto the Superdog stealing a few scenes. With early buzz soaring high, DC is hoping Supergirl has the box office power to take flight. And if Supergirl is taking flight on the big screen, dragons are soaring on the small screen. One of television's biggest fantasy franchises is back, and fans couldn't be happier. Dragons are back, and fans are loving it. House of Dragon has officially premiered its third season, launching with the long-awaited Battle of the Gullet and earning strong early reviews. The new season promises bigger battles, higher stakes, and plenty Targaryen family drama as the fight for Iron Throne heats up. With viewers already buzzing online, HBO appears to have another hit on its hands as the war for Westeros enters its most explosive chapter yet. And from record temperatures and changing leadership to superheroes, dragons, and everything in between, the headlines has been buzzing with plenty to talk about. And that has been your Trend Tracker. Hold that thought. What's Trending is back, and it's taking a quick break, so we're back in a flash.
Join us Sunday, June 28th date at Rawson and Parliament Square for the Independence Beat Retreat. Celebrate the 53rd anniversary of Bahamian independence with an evening of culture, entertainment, and spectacular performances. The Cultural Village opens at 3:30 p.m., showcasing the best of the Bahamas. We'll see you there.
The future looks bright. On Wednesday, we speak with some of the nation's top students about their success, their ambitions, and what's next. And that's a wrap for What's Trending. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Until then, stay connected.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paiswell Forbes. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Portions of the Freeport Health Campus expected to open by April 2027. Local government funding increase draws praise from a city councillor. And a Grand Bahama beautician facing homelessness is appealing to the public for assistance.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, good news for Grand Bahama's healthcare sector. Construction of the Freeport Health Campus is moving forward. And Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville says parts of the facility are expected to be operational by the second quarter of 2027. Now, the minister also revealing that some services currently offered at the Rand Memorial Hospital will be transferred to the new campus as the government prepares for the next phase of the healthcare delivery on the island.
That meeting, I was told that by April of next year, the Part 1A and Part 1B of that facility would be completed.
Following a recent site meeting with quantity surveyors, contractors, and other key stakeholders, Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville says he has received assurances that sections of the Freeport Health Campus will be ready for operation in early 2027.
I believe the date of April of next year, you will begin to see many of the services that currently exist at the Rand Memorial Hospital transferred to that facility as we make way for converting the Rand Memorial Hospital into a geriatric and psychiatric facility with the same day surgery facilities for those two beautiful theaters that left behind. So I believe by April of next year, you will see real action.
As construction continues, questions have been raised about whether there will be enough medical professionals to staff the new facility. Dr. Darville says the government has already begun preparing for that need, noting that 10% of the health budget has been allocated to free allied health and nursing training programs. He says those initiatives began around the same time ground was broken for the project.
We are trained clinical nurses in Grand Bahama, 50 of them now, to prepare, and I think they have 1 or 2 more semesters. They will be ready for deployment into the facility. We are training specialty nurses. We are bringing in 2 new programs at UB that will supplement the midwife program that exists. We will do more emergency training. We have developed our PHA Academy. We are partnering with other colleges here in New Providence to begin to train our workforce.
The health minister also noting that postgraduate training for doctors is already underway, a move he says will help ensure the Freeport Health Campus is properly staffed when it's opened.
We're starting to train doctors in Rwanda. We have some of our doctors being trained in South Africa. We're going into a memorandum of understanding with Turkey, and we are beginning now to train our healthcare resources to make sure that the manpower exists. And where the manpower is short, we'll have to be able to bring them in from other parts of the world until we catch up with what is necessary to provide these services adequately in the country.
In other news, a property that once helped to define Grand Bahama's tourism industry may be one step closer to a new future. Recent developments surrounding the Xanadu beach property are fueling speculation about what could be on the horizon for the landmark site. Sherelle Dames has the details in this report.
Well, behind me stands the former Xanadu Beach Hotel, once one of Grand Bahama's most iconic resort properties. And the site is reportedly now being eyed for redevelopment by a major cruise line. Now, supporters of the project say if the deal is confirmed, it could bring new business to the Bahamas as well as much-needed opportunities for Bahamians, along with helping to breathe new life into Grand Bahama's tourism sector. The long-abandoned Xanadu Beach Hotel has reportedly changed hands. Royal Caribbean Group has reportedly completed the purchase of the historic Freeport property in a deal valued at $30 million. The Xanadu Beach Hotel property, formerly owned by businessman Mario Donato and Harcourt Development, has been on the market for some time without attracting a buyer. However, talks with Royal Caribbean had been underway for some time. The cruise line has previously expressed interest in developing a destination experience on the island. And when the acquisition was first announced, the Minister for Grand Bahama, Honorable Ginger Moxie, touted the project as one that would not only address long-standing issues associated with the dilapidated Xanadu Beach Resort, but would also create a new experience for visitors to our shores. And now, while specific development plans have yet to be announced, the purchase represents one of the most significant transactions involving the property in years. Once regarded as one of the Caribbean's premier tourism destinations, Xanadu welcomed visitors from around the world. However, after back-to-back hurricanes in 2004 and the global recession in 2008, the property fell into disrepair and has remained vacant for nearly 2 decades. Additionally, alongside Royal Caribbean's plans for the Xanadu Beach property, MSC, the world's largest privately owned cruise company, is also investing nearly $450 million in the redevelopment of Freeport Harbor and Billy Key. These projects are aimed at expanding the island's appeal as a cruise and tourism destination. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Switching gears now, roadworks are bringing renewed optimism to residents of Hudson Estates, where years of deteriorating road conditions left streets riddled with potholes, damaging vehicles and frustrating homeowners. Residents say they're now encouraged by ongoing repairs being carried out through an initiative led by Pine Ridge Member of Parliament Ginger Moxie. Matthew Martinborough reports.
Finally, that's the reaction from residents of Hudson Estates as roadworks continue throughout the community. The project being undertaken by Pine Ridge Member of Parliament, the Honourable Ginger Moxie, aims to address road conditions that residents say have been neglected for decades. Despite repeated efforts to have the private subdivision developer maintain the roads, many fell into severe disrepair over the years, becoming both an eyesore and a source of costly vehicle damage. Today, residents say they're pleased to finally see progress, noting that smoother roadways are making daily commutes much easier.
I'm so proud to see we are finally getting everything done through Hudson Estate. And it's beautiful roads. I want to say thank you, and everything goes well.
Well, I hope they finish it. I see they end up smooth it down and being like that for a couple of weeks, I wouldn't say months. And luckily they start to pave it, so.
It's a big hindrance. The holes to be dead big, so riding inside the hole, you could break it, pick on, all kind of stuff, but it's a good thing. It's the main thing we need around, and that's in the state mostly. Just clear the road, fix the road, cover the potholes, and that's that.
Longtime resident Cheryl Taylor Bain says the situation became so frustrating that she and her late husband once took it upon themselves to patch sections of the roadway themselves in an effort to ease the burden on their fellow neighbors.
We used to fix it ourselves. A whole pothole in the front of us, we used to fix it ourselves. And sometimes I try to get the neighbors to jump in and help fix. So now, we don't have to go through that no more right now. Everything is smooth and everything is good. And we're hoping now they can always keep us in this kind of position like this.
While work is ongoing, resident Tyrone Joffre says he's awaiting improvements in his section of the community. Even so, he remains optimistic about the project's completion and the positive impact it will have on the neighborhood.
I hope so. If they don't, then this side will be worse than how that side was, because that side people had to drive over on the pavement, just to avoid some potholes, because the potholes were very deep over there.
For residents here in Hudson Estates, these road improvements represent more than just a smoother drive. After years of deteriorating conditions and unsuccessful efforts to have the roads properly maintained, many say they're encouraged to finally see meaningful progress taking shape throughout their community. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Some sad news from police in Abaco. Police on Abaco are searching for leads into a sudden death of a 64-year-old American citizen following an alleged drowning incident in the Sandy Key area of Abaco on Monday, June 22nd, 2026. Preliminary reports indicate that shortly after 12:30 p.m., officers in Hopetown were alerted by personnel from Hopetown Fire Rescue that an unresponsive male had been found in the water and was transported to Marsh Harbor for medical attention. Responding officers later located the unresponsive male aboard a white and blue 19-foot vessel at the Crossing Ferry dock in Marsh Harbor. Subsequently, he was transported to the Marsh Harbor Healthcare Center, where he was examined by a physician and pronounced dead at 3:10 p.m. Police say at this stage of the investigations, foul play is not suspected. However, an autopsy will be conducted to determine the exact cause of death. Now, another 80-year-old American tourist died in Bimini. He was found unresponsive in waters on Sunday. The investigation into both incidents continue. Well, tonight, a Grand Bahama woman is sharing her deeply personal struggle in hopes of changing her future. Once a business owner, she says a traumatic experience turned her life upside down, leaving her without an income, a home, or even basic necessities like electricity and running water. Now she's speaking out not for sympathy, but for the chance to rebuild her life. Shalia Roll reports.
No electricity, no running water, and the constant uncertainty of where she'll sleep next. That has become the heartbreaking reality for 33-year-old Angela Bethel, who says she's now on the verge of homelessness. Bethel explains that her life took a dramatic turn just a few months ago when she was forced to leave the apartment she shared with her family after the building became structurally unsafe. With nowhere else to go, she sought shelter at the near-abandoned Victoria Inn property on Midshipman Road. The once thriving hotel now sits in ruins, its roof partially collapsed, windows shattered, and wall panels hanging loose. Yet for Bethel, it has become the only place she can call home.
The Victoria, the hotel, but the current isn't on there and water isn't on there. I'm practically homeless and I need employment.
Once an entrepreneur determined to build a better life for herself and her family, Bethel says everything changed after she was sexually assaulted while providing a service to a client. Fearing for her safety, she made the difficult decision to shut down her business, leaving her without a steady source of income. The mother of two says one of the hardest decisions she has ever had to make was sending her daughters to live with relatives, determined that they will not have to endure the conditions she now faces.
And I just let my daughters go live with their father. They live with their father now and his relatives, because I couldn't handle it with me anymore.
Now Bethel says she isn't asking for sympathy. She's asking for an opportunity. Despite not completing high school, she says she has worked to prepare herself for employment by earning several certifications and applying for jobs ranging from grocery stores to security companies. But after countless applications, she says no opportunity has come her way.
I want a minimum wage salary job. I've been to labor board. I think I should just wait. I've been waiting, though I can't wait no more. National Training Agency, Fresh Start Program, Social Security, Wallace Basic and Introduction to Computers, and for nails and hair.
Bethel remains hopeful that someone will give her the chance to rebuild her life. If you would like to assist Angela Bethel, you can contact her directly at 242-814-1614. Donations can also be made via her Bank of the Bahamas account, with the account information displayed on the screen. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
And still to come.
Corporate Bahamas stepping up in a major way to help fund a new youth center. Stay with us. That story, sports, and more still ahead.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Some call it the best day of the year, while others call it Father's Day. On June 26th and 27th, Dolly Madison is having a post-Father's Day sale. Get 25% off store-wide, but get an extra 5% off all fishing gear and the entire tool section in aisle 1. That's 30% off for all the things fathers love. Spend $100 or more for a chance to win the mystery box raffle, which will be drawn on June 27th at noon. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dolly Madison.
Fresh oil, fresh fire. Join the School of Prophetic Ministry Hawksville for 2 Holy Ghost-filled nights of crusade, July 13 and 14, 2026 at 7:30 nightly. Guest speaker will be Bishop Steve Daniels of Shallow Missionary Baptist Church, Minnesota. Fresh oil, fresh fire crusade, July 13th and 14th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. See you there.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Do It Center's Father's Day sale this Saturday, June 20th, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. 25% off store-wide, then end of month 2-day sale, June 26th and 27th. 20% off store-wide. Don't miss it. Grand Bahama, get ready for the annual Welcoming Home Grand Expo presented by the Ministry for Grand Bahama. July 1st through 10th, experience music, culture, business, sports, and unforgettable celebrations all across the island. Mark your calendars and go to welcominghomegb.com for more information. Lighthouse International Ministry invites the public to a service of appreciation honoring Pastor Peter Evans, Thursday, June 25th at 7 p.m. at the Pelican Bay Hotel, Coral Reef Room, celebrating a life poured out in love and service.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. A new youth center in Grand Bahama broke ground last week, and it's happening thanks to corporate partners stepping up in an overwhelming response from sponsors and community has made dreams reality with the Reach Out Youth Center on Ponce de Leon Drive. The center is expected to be completed within 12 months thanks to the Grand Bahama community. Our Chalia Jones has more in this report.
It was a milestone moment as Youth Outreach Organization broke ground on their new center. But leaders say this project isn't just about construction. It's about community support, and the Grand Bahama Port Authority played a major role in making this possible.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority, we are proud to contribute this 1.4-acre property valued at more than $150,000. And my colleague Nakira gave me permission to say that she's going to waive all the permit fees connected to this project.
But that's not all sponsors have to give to this initiative. From funding to materials to labor, the community of Grand Bahama has stepped forward to make this a reality.
Patrick Duncombe, thank you for surveying the land. Franco Miller, thank you. Jason Roca and BDM Construction, thank you for contributing your equipment and resources to prepare this property. Sharice Brown and the Grand Bahama Development Company, thank you for immediately stepping forward to provide fill for this site. War Construction, thank you for answering the call within 24 hours to help prepare this land for today.
Other corporate sponsors also answered that call. From building materials to funding, companies across Grand Bahama are backing the center's vision to serve young people.
As a proud corporate sponsor, we recognize that our responsibility extends beyond powering homes and businesses. We are equally committed to investing in our communities and empowering our youth. This remarkable facility stands as a testament to what can be achieved when vision, partnership, and purpose come together.
And not only are they answering the call, but they are offering support in different forms.
Dudley and Katie have been a blessing, not just in Marco City, but throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Dudley and I met almost 20 years ago and had an opportunity to collaborate on projects to empower young men who were busy trying to make a living first in landscaping but who had other dreams. And whatever those dreams were, you could rely on Dudley to try and find a corporate partner who would be willing to work with those young people.
Organizers say with this level of corporate backing, the dream of opening the doors to youth is now in reach. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
Well, for many survivors of sexual assault, the journey toward healing can be long and often filled with silence. That's why organizer Gwendolyn Roll says she's creating a space where survivors can begin to release their pain and embrace a new chapter, the Breaking the Silence Retreat, which runs from Wednesday, June 24th to Sunday, June 28th at the Bible Teachers in Hawksbill.
The most beautiful thing about it is I realized that had I not learned the power of forgiveness, I probably would have been a statistic today. We probably would have not met. So I'm spreading that message on how beautiful it is, how wonderful it is, even after the worst situation, rape, abuse, divorce, abortion, whatever you might have been through traumatic in your life. Forgiveness is the solution.
Night one of the event is expected to be a powerful prayer session that begins at 9 p.m. and the closing day on Sunday will be a church service beginning at 10 a.m. Rose says as a survivor of sexual abuse herself, she understands the pain, fear, and silence that many victims endure. By sharing her own story, she hopes to let others know they are not alone and that healing is possible.
Some of our speakers are coming from all over the Bahamas. I'm partnering with my spiritual mom, Bishop Mallory Lightbourne, from Bible Teachers in Hawksbill. And so what we did, she's written a book called The Revelation Revealed. I've written a book called Breaking the Silence, and many others. And so she has a message, the end time message, preparing. I have the end time message, forgiveness.
We salute our Facebook friend of the night, Crystal Smith. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope that you enjoyed your day. That's a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
We had a number of athletes compete at the B3H Track and Field Nationals, with a few even qualifying for a NACAC event.
Okay, sounds exciting. That's coming your way next. Be sure to stay tuned. Sports after the break.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Calling all musicians, songwriters, and producers from Grand Bahama, enter the Welcoming Home Grand Bahama Song Competition for a chance to win up to $5,000. The theme is My Island, My Home. Deadline midnight, June 29th. Go to welcominghomegb.com for competition guidelines.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Use a bin to put it in. Let's keep it clean. Yeah. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sportscape. Everyone, I'm Shane Stubbs. Youth Flag Football Grand Bahama continues to build the stars of tomorrow, and co-chairman Vincent Marshall is pleased with how the players are developing week to week.
The biggest thing that we've seen is that the kids have actually been applying what they've learned, and that's the whole goal. Our goal is to teach, learn, and apply. So we've been trying to do that as best as we can, and the children have, they all learn at different speeds, but we've been able to try and keep everybody within a certain gauge so that the learning is consistent with everybody.
Marshall says the earlier they start, the better, and all signs are pointing to steady growth as they continue.
Now we've shifted the focus to let's get them learning earlier, let's get them developing earlier, so that when they get 12, 13 years old, they now have the ability to capture the attention of persons that are looking at it. The best is yet to come. That's the best way that we could put it.
Meanwhile, the B3A's senior track and field nationals took center stage at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium over in New Providence with a few outstanding performances from the Grand Bahama athletes. The under-18 200 meters needed a photo finish as Grand Bahama Heat's Rayanna Saunders was declared the national champion ahead of perennial favorite Kiesra Thomas. Saunders finished in 24.83 seconds while Thomas clocked 24.85. Thomas would take the under-18 400 meter title easily though, clocking 55.27 seconds. Now both Saunders and Thomas would lock up their spots for the NACAC under-18 and 23 championships. Zion Bradford powered to a second place finish in the under-18 edition of that race in 48.37 seconds, also solidifying his spot on that NACAC team. The under-20 boys 400 meters was also a dandy. Zion Davis set a new junior national record of 45.64 seconds. Grand Bahama's Giovanni Bridgewater would follow in second in 46.77 seconds. And Zion Shepherd would finish third in 46.88 seconds as the duo also made the NACAC team. Also worth noting that Shatalia Dorset, Tasha Thompson, Shaniqua Gibson, and Zion Campbell were also named to that NACAC team. But that's my time, everyone. Your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Keep on keeping on.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Fresh oil, fresh fire. Join the School of Prophetic Ministry Hawksville for 2 Holy Ghost-filled nights of crusade, July 13th and 14th, 2026 at 7:30 nightly. Guest speaker will be Bishop Steve Daniels of Shallow Missionary Baptist Church, Minnesota. Fresh oil, fresh fire crusade, July 13th and 14th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. See you there.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Registration is open for the Welcoming Home Grand Bahama Race and Health Fair on Saturday, July 4th. The race begins at 6 a.m. at the Ministry of Grand Bahama in the Harold de Gregory Building. Walk, run, or bike to win grand prizes. Sign up today at welcominghomegb.com.
Use a bin to put it in.
Let's keep it clean.
Yeah. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the north. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
Welcome to the Best of Sports World. I'm your host, Carlos Spanky.
Tuesday, 9 p.m., Saturday, 6:30 p.m.
I will be bringing you some of the greatest sporting events on the planet of Earth. Football, basketball, baseball, track and field, NASCAR race, bike week, and oh yeah, the Battle of the Bands. Some of the greatest high school marching bands on the planet of Earth. And the heavyweights of all bands. Bethune-Cookman University Marching Wildcats in the 14K versus the Florida A&M Rattlers. I've always said if I could not take the Bahamas to the world, I'm going to bring the world to the Bahamas. We host only the best, and the beat goes on. Bahamas, we're just better than the rest. Watch it.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim Bahamas. Water safety rule number 6. Open water swimming. Always swim in line with the shore. Do not get out of your depth.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a shift in policy for the Ministry of Social Services as the government looks to move a pocket of society from poverty to stability. Plus, find out why 2 members of the Public Accounts Committee walked out. And talk about feeling the squeeze. Local gas prices hit a record high at over $8 a barrel. Find out how motorists are stretching every dollar at the pump. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Social Services out front in the budget debate in the upper chamber this afternoon as its new minister, Senator the Honorable Barbara Cartwright, outlined what the Davis administration intends to do to lessen poverty in the country, even amidst increasingly uncertain global economic times. Corval Pyfrom starts us off tonight.
The new Social Services Minister used her first speech in the Senate to first state what she is not.
Madam President, I am not a social worker by profession.
Secondly, to make clear who she is.
But all of my adult life, in every job I have held, and in every appointment undertaken, I have performed social work in some shape or form.
And then to make it understood that she's waging a war against poverty. Senator the Honorable Barbara Cartwright's fight, she says, is for the poor, the vulnerable, and those who too often feel unseen. Eradicating homelessness is crucial to this campaign.
Shelter is now one of the clearest and most urgent needs facing the ministry.
In the upcoming fiscal year, Cartwright's ministry will receive nearly $65 million. That's a more than 3% increase over this current cycle, but she readily admits with ambitious plans that creating a pilot program meant to ease homeless families into home ownership will require a major overhaul.
Consideration will be given to seeking an increase to provide a greater level of financial assistance.
Social services is an investment in national stability, and towards that end, the Social Services Minister, who oversees more than a dozen divisions, says it's an investment whose returns are immeasurable and whose need is essential. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Meantime, a scathing review of the government's performance, from challenges to healthcare to infrastructure, power outages to the cost of living, all raised in F&M Senator the Honourable Orinthia Komalafe's maiden speech this afternoon. As it relates to the increasing price of gas, while she accepts the country has no control over external shocks, she says mounting fuel prices continued to burden Bahamians.
A small car has a tank size of 10 to 13 gallons. Medium-sized cars, 14 to 17. And SUVs, 16 to 22. And large trucks and large SUVs, 23 to 36. Madam President, at current gas prices, it would take at least $70 for a taxpayer, a Bahamian, to fill up their tank weekly, assuming one fill-up is all they need. That's $280 per month, Madam President, or $350 if there are 5 weeks in the month. Most people cannot afford that, Madam President, with competing bills of grocery, light bills, rent, or mortgages.
And speaking of gas prices, it's a purchase most people can't avoid, but many say it's becoming increasingly difficult to afford. As consumers look for ways to make their dollars go further, the effects are being felt not just in the capital, but across the country. Leah Cooper explains.
Today, gas prices are now over $7, with some stations creeping more towards $8. And some motorists here in the capital say they're starting to feel the pinch.
It's kind of alarming for me. It's very high. Like you should walk. Like everybody should go get a bike and start doing some type of exercise and activity.
Bad, because it's this year. $7, $8. I gotta ride for 2 days. I can't even ride for a day now with $7 or $8 for gas.
For many drivers, that pinch is turning into changed habits. For some households, it's meant reworking monthly budgets just to keep up with the rising cost of getting around.
At this point in time, we should basically consider cutting back on the movements that you're used to do based on what we see happening now, because we don't know how long this window of this going to be open.
Now, looking beyond New Providence, residents in the Family Islands are feeling the impact even more sharply. In Exuma, one resident says they recently paid as much as $8.32 a gallon, describing it as one of the highest prices they've seen in years.
I normally drive from Williamstown to Fish Fry, Georgetown. And I normally will top up my vehicle at $30 top up. Right now I'm at $45 a week.
Meanwhile, in North Andros, another resident reports paying $7.50 to $7.75 a gallon.
You know what, gas for food goes up too. It's just that when my family, everything gas has never been in the bomb.
As fuel prices continue to ride high across the country, many here are now watching closely, hoping for relief at the pump before any pressure on household budgets become even harder to bear. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
In other local news, local mariners lamenting the continued pressure from local yachting taxes. They say the government's hardline decision to keep fees where they are could ultimately kill a once booming industry. LaDon Davis tells us more.
President of the Association of Bahamas Mariners and CEO of Bay Street Marina, Peter Murray, says the period between March and August is traditionally the busiest season for the country's marina and charter industry. However, he contends that the 14% tax imposed on yachts by the Ministry of Transport has negatively impacted the sector, leading to lower occupancy levels and leaving docks at smaller marinas, including his own, sitting empty.
A lot of our business has been storage business. We haven't seen as much activity in the charter market, which definitely affects, central and southern Bahamas, because these are the boats that, typically go to the out islands. The money's not getting spent in the country, so all the opportunities that Bahamians would have in this industry are taken away.
As of July 2025, fees range from $500 for smaller vessels to about $1,000 annually for cruise permits, plus anchoring fees from $250 to about $1,500 per year, as opposed to the $100 to $500 fees by rivals in the region. But there appears to be no immediate relief on the horizon. Transport Minister the Honourable Leon Lundy says the government has no plans to reduce yachting fees in the near term, maintaining that the current fee structure remains an important important part of its revenue and regulatory framework for the maritime sector.
Fees are what they are right now, so no, we don't have in the seeable future any changes that'll be made. We made some changes to and amended some of the spot fines that we were about to put on.
The 35-year veteran says the Minister of Transport's comments to keep the yachting fees as is could only further cripple the industry.
It's unfortunate because I think it hurts a lot of Bahamian businesses that are trying to break into this market by not having, these huge economic spenders.
Murray says his marina has lost millions of dollars since the increase in yachting fees was implemented, forcing the business into survival mode. To offset the impact, he says the marina has had to offer deeper discounts to boat operators in an effort to remain competitive. He maintains that a comprehensive economic impact study is needed to fully assess the losses being suffered by the yachting industry. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Coming up, blue economy businesses get a financial boost. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The week moves fast. Move smart with KFC. Monday, start with crunchy deals. Tuesday, you already know, it's crazy. Wednesday, don't break the 20. Thursday, grab the Rap Star for $8.95. Friday, you made it. Grab the Crunchy Deals Value Box for $9.95. Saturday night, we got you covered. And Sunday, no stoves today. The fill-up box feeds the family. Outsmart the week with KFC.
Join us Sunday, June 28th at Rawson and Parliament Square for the Independence Beat Retreat. Celebrate the 53rd anniversary of Bahamian independence with an evening of culture, entertainment, and spectacular performances. The Cultural Village opens at 3:30 p.m., showcasing the best of the Bahamas. We'll see you there.
Baked sandwich. I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese. I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was it like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the annual Pre-Independence Beat Retreat. Don't miss this exciting event celebrating 53 years of Bahamian independence.
You're looking at a shot there of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation's Soldier Road headquarters. The facility serves as the main hub for domestic investment, entrepreneurship, and agricultural initiatives here in New Providence. And that shot courtesy of Shane Gibson. Thanks, Shane. Welcome back. Two members of the Public Accounts Committee staging a walkout during today's sitting in protest of what they say were procedural irregularities. PLP members of Parliament Jamal Strawn and Kingsley Smith claimed there was a departure from the established rules governing the PAC. The two alleging in a joint statement that despite objections raised by members, committee chair and opposition leader Michael Pintard sought to continue proceedings initiated under a previous parliament. The dissolution of parliament automatically dissolves committees, requiring any newly constituted committee to operate under the authority of the current parliament and in accordance with its rules and procedures. Strawn and Smith maintained that their protest was not in opposition to accountability or transparency, but rather a stand against what they described as an attempt to place political objectives above established parliamentary procedure. Well, ocean surrounds some 95% of the Bahamas, but yet funding for the blue economy is said to be uncharted territory. To unlock the sector's potential, the Small Business Development Center has partnered with the Nature Conservancy and the Global Fund for Coral Reefs to launch the Blue Economy Accelerator Initiative. SBDC Executive Director Samantha Rose says 12 entrepreneurs comprise the first cohort, whose focus will be innovation, growth, and impact within the blue economy.
Through the Blue Economy Accelerator, participants will receive specific training to understand the market dynamics, revenue models, and conservation practices. Additionally, participants will have the opportunity to engage one-on-one with a dedicated mentor who has experience working and doing business in the blue economy space. Through this accelerator, participants will access grant funding to expand their businesses and deepen their impact within the blue economy space.
Well, stakeholders appreciate that the program represents a significant investment in the future of sustainable enterprise, supporting businesses that can drive economic growth while helping to protect and preserve the country's marine resources.
A lot of businesses start from an economic need, and then they move into that space and they want to make sure that they're really protecting their environment. So it's really where economic growth kind of meets conservation. And what we're looking for is we're looking for those who are working in the space, not only working there, but actively protecting, actively restoring our space. So from the Nature Conservancy, what we provided to this program is just overall funding through the Global Fund for Coral Reef, but as well as conservation training.
Actual push towards the GDP and the amount of money that it pushes towards it can only continue to bolster and grow bigger if we have initiatives like this that will allow for funding, training opportunities, mentorship, and of course, sort of the diversification of the industry in and of itself.
Also making news tonight, the military's increasing use of technology proving quite effective. In this next report, the Defense Force commander outlined some of the organization's successes and its plans for the immediate future. Cleopatra Murphy has the story.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force is reaping rewards this year with its reliance on intelligence-driven patrols, and that has led to what RBDF Commodore Captain Floyd Moxey says is the agency interdicting and interrupting an unprecedented amount of marijuana in the first quarter. But it is also seeing success in other areas.
We also dominating the Great Bahama Bank with the close of the crawfish season. We have basically increased our patrol to over more than 100% of what it usually is. We have Sea Vision satellite that has given us real to near time detection of dark targets on the banks.
He says the agency also relies on fishermen to report poaching, an area the RBDF is seeing less reports on due to its expanding presence along Great Bahama Bank. The presence of a maritime radar in Inagua has also led to a reduction of Haitian migrants now forced to use different routes to other countries. The agency charged with patrolling the nation's waters also has a first responder role in times of disaster, and Moxey says it must be able to act.
We are exploring the possibility of acquiring a 48-meter roll-on, roll-off craft that we're going to use for disaster recovery. And this vessel will give the Defense Force the ability to assess every harbor and every port in the Bahamas, because we have to remember that every island, every key in the Bahamas is susceptible to being hit by a hurricane.
The Defense Force is also looking to acquire a new flagship offshore patrol vessel to allow longer patrols at sea. With about 2,000 Marines and officers, manpower is also crucial to its operations. Some 104 recruits are set to graduate on July 17th, and Moxey says the agency is oversubscribed for the next recruitment exercise in October. While competing with police and other law enforcement agencies for candidates, the Commodore feels the Defense Force attracts among the best.
We are doing our vetting to ensure that these people that we bring into the organization have good character, have integrity, because they have to interact with our international and our local partners, and we don't want them to do nothing that will bring the reputation of this organization into disrepute.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Also making news tonight, a traffic collision in central Andros claims the life of one man and leaves several others injured. Police say the accident occurred at the intersection of Stanyard Creek and Queens Highway, involving a white Ford F-150 and a black Nissan Wing Road carrying 4 passengers. Investigations have so far revealed that the Nissan was traveling south along Queens Highway when the Ford attempted to enter the roadway from a side road, resulting in a collision. Police say the driver of the Nissan was fatally injured, while 3 female passengers were taken to a local clinic before being airlifted to New Providence for further treatment. A juvenile passenger was also airlifted, but was reportedly unharmed. Meantime, the driver of the Ford was treated for injuries. Traffic officers from New Providence are assisting with the investigation. Well, the victim of last Friday's dog attack is tonight sharing the harrowing experience. Take a listen to what he told our Lloyd Allen should be done to prevent another such ordeal.
A series of bites and over 100 stitches between both legs 3 days post his release from hospital. 66-year-old Don Smith is very much still sore following last Friday's vicious dog attack in the Camp Road community.
I was traveling from Ryan Feet Primary Park into Handstand. When I reached the pump area, these 4 pit bulls came from the T-corner into the bin where I was still continue walking. And one of the black one is the one who really snapped my car. And the other 3, one nipped me here, and the 2 flew off.
The Camp Road resident says he used the little strength he had to crawl to his home, and once there, knocked on the door. He acknowledges, though, that his wounds could have been worse, considering one of his calves nearly separated from his leg. As for reports that he had died, Smith says he's aware of them. But then there's the bigger issue that his attack was not the first. This sentiment also shared by others in the community.
Lady and our neighbor next door, it's a good friend of mine. I heard she got attacked by dogs, and now I understand that she's in a wheelchair.
Moving forward from these attacks, I would like to please urge those dog owners to please secure your dogs, because like he said, we have elderly person, children running and playing, and you know it's the summer too, so it's hard and the kids want to be outside, so please secure your dogs.
Ban all the pit bulls through the government policy. Ban all pit bulls.
Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville making it clear that while the issue falls under the remit of both the Ministry of Environment as well as the Department of Agriculture's Animal Control Unit, it's a public health concern.
We are concerned about stray animals and the possibility of transmission of various types of skin-borne diseases and so forth. So we're working very closely with the Minister, with the Environment, the Honorable Zane Lightburn, who is leading the charge for stray dogs and dealing with the issue.
In a statement Monday, the Bahamas Humane Society urged dog owners to ensure their animals are securely contained, properly supervised, and prevented from roaming freely. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, mosquito fogging are a routine part of life in the Bahamas, especially during the sticky, hotter months. But as the government prepares to expand vector control efforts, questions about safety, the environment, and the impact on pollinators are also growing. Lal Maycock tells us more.
The government is expanding its vector control efforts across the country. But as fogging operations continue, so do questions about what is being sprayed, how the process works, and whether fogging alone is enough to control the mosquito population. Minister of Environment and Natural Resources, the Honorable Zane Lightburn, says the product is safe when used properly.
When applied as per recommendation or as per instructions, this is not a harmful product that is sprayed in communities. Notice is given to the beekeepers of when spraying schedules are about to happen, and so they are given time to put their bees in proper safekeeping.
The reassurance comes as government prepares to add 20 new fogging machines to strengthen vector control nationwide, particularly in the Family Islands. But officers on the ground say fogging is just one part of a larger system.
Fogging, like I said, is only take care of the adults. But if you don't deal with the larvae and thing, because once you kill the adults, in a couple of days, a week later, you have more adults.
We going round house to house, educating the people, checking the yards for buckets and water, and then if it's there, we educate the people and taking the samples and bringing it back to the office.
While the goal is to reduce the mosquito population, some environmental concerns remain. Beekeeper Charles Sawyer says it's important that efforts to protect public health also take into account the pollinators that help sustain food production.
When you look at it in the long run, without the bees, we're stuck. Bees pollinate everything. Even if you have a farm and you have bees on your farm, your yield becomes like 50% higher than normal.
But officials say there's one misconception they continue to encounter. While fogging may be the most visible part of the vector control, they say it is far from the only solution.
The public plays a big part in that, right? You have old tires, old appliances with water, get rid of them. If you have flower waste inside with water, you got to change that regular.
Officials say successful mosquito control requires a balance between public health and preserving the environment, adding that community and government must work together as efforts expand nationwide. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lyle Maycock.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
When the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
The tastiest thing about soccer is sharing it with the whole team, just like the new Ready for Soccer. A delicious lineup of 16 slices and 4 flavor sections. Perfect for sharing from start to finish, even beyond the 90 minutes. Get your team together and dig in, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Well, we're going to find out right here and right now what's in Royston and Marlena's bag of goodies when it comes to Access Now.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. Right here, right now is also a song, and I have to play that tonight.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
That's going to be stuck in my head. But coming up, we're just over a couple of weeks away from Independence Day.
Yes.
We're going to be telling you a little bit more about the details around our celebrations coming up.
Very big stuff. And speaking of celebrations, one church is celebrating 25 years with a big give back in their community. We're talking about that also tonight.
Well, always good stuff coming up. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Today we're speaking with Director of Energy Supply, Jeffrey Davis, to better understand Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited's best capacity, what makes it a bankable project, and how it compares regionally.
How it works is it takes power from our grid and it charges the batteries, and that battery power is then inverted through an inverter and supplied back to the grid.
Mr. Davis explains the many benefits to why BESS is a reliable modern technology investment.
What makes it a bankable project is that the BESS allows you to operate more efficiently, and that translates into lower fuel costs, lower maintenance costs, and the like. So that over a certain payback period, you can quantify your return on your investment in that way. I know I attended a CARELEC conference in Jamaica, spoke about the challenges they had with just photovoltaic systems, but not battery storage. And that can lead to very unstable systems. So the BESS gives you that capability to have a more stable system.
We understand BESS in practicality, but what does it mean for the team working on the ground? Mr. Christopher Virgil gives us insight.
We monitor the percentage output, we control the voltage output, and it also helps in balancing any irregularities on the system. When a generator unit cannot come on time, this will automatically supplement any deficiencies in the system, and it allows a comfortable gap for us to restore any other unit that we would need.
As energy demands continues to grow, investments like BESS are helping BPL to continue to build a better foundation for the future. From improved system support to greater reliability, this technology represents another step in the new energy era mandate.
This programming note, stay tuned tonight for the best of sports world at 9:30 p.m. And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Welcome back to The Movement, your energy and transport briefing. Across the islands, MOET is helping Bahamians take control of their future through the Post Office Savings Bank. It's simple, reliable, and designed for everyone, no matter which island you call home. The Post Office isn't just for mail. It's also home to a hidden gem called the Savings Bank. With just $3.15, you can make a huge difference towards your future finances. Come, let me show you how it works. Saving doesn't have to be complicated. From first-time savers to parents planning ahead, the Post Office Savings Bank has been helping Bahamians put a little aside, safely, securely, and close to home.
The Post Office Savings Bank is a thrift bank established by the Bahamas government to assist all Bahamians to save.
Opening an account is easy, and the bank is designed for everyone, no matter your goals. An upcoming trip, school expenses, or just a little peace of mind.
It's completely free to save with us. There are no fees attached to your accounts. There's no service fee, no VAT fee, and no withdrawal fee. Plus, our interest is unbeatable. 5% on all of our accounts. We are also located on every family island where our post office is.
No complications, no hidden fees. Just a simple, reliable way to save at your pace, wherever you are.
You just have to be a Bahamian citizen or a Bahamian resident. All you need is a passport, voter's card, or driver's license, and an NIV, and a minimum of $3 to open an account. We offer 3 different types of accounts: organizational, which is a non-profit, individual account, and joint account.
I'm Erin Scavella, and this is The Movement, your energy and transport briefing. Small steps today can turn into big savings tomorrow. Start saving, start simple, and start right where you are.
A mother remembers her 13-year-old son who was killed 4 years ago.
Plus, detailed plans for the 53rd Independence celebrations unveiled, and those details are straight ahead.
Also, Believers Embassy International gears up to host its spring giveaway. Stay close for that.
And your Access Now Sport Report is coming up.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this Thankful Tuesday. I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now.
Welcome indeed. If there's one thing life teaches us, it's that everyone is carrying something. A goal they're chasing, a challenge they're working through, or a battle most people just never see.
Which is why kindness matters. A little patience, a little understanding, and taking the time to check in on the people around us can go further than we realize. Because sometimes the simplest question, just a genuine, how are you doing?
Yes.
Can make all the difference.
Absolutely agreed. In a world that often expects us to keep pressing on, it's important to make time to pause, reflect, and just take care of ourselves and, of course, each other. Because none of us are meant to carry everything alone. And with that said, let's dive right into the news. Losing a child is every parent's worst nightmare, and right behind that is perhaps navigating how to find happiness amidst such inexplicable pain. Tonight we meet a mother who has suffered this loss, but is determined that the best way to keep her son's memory alive is to live, love, and even laugh. Corvell Pyfram shares her story.
On June 3rd, 2022, the unthinkable happened. Just a few weeks shy of his 14th birthday, Quinton McKenzie's life was snatched away. Yesterday would have been Quinton's 18th birthday. He was shot and killed on a park near his Kemp Road residence. And while this loss is both hurtful and profound, his mom, Kissy Brown Pratt, Monday, on what should have been one of the family's happiest moments, but unfortunately, a day now marred by grief, chose love and celebration.
Because if he was alive, we would have remembered him, especially his 18th birthday. We would have had a party for him if he was alive. So not because he is gone, that means we mustn't recognize him. So we wanted to recognize him and just have something in memories of Quinton, stating that he's 18, or he would have been 18, just to say in memories of Quinton, happy heavenly birthday. We just wanted to show that we didn't forget him, and he's always and forever in our hearts.
Balloons, food, music, and forgiveness. These were the symbols and gestures Kizzy and her family chose to remember Quinton with on this milestone day. But Kizzy admits dealing with a loss hasn't been easy.
God, only God, but God. Because it ain't easy. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I'd have been right now. Only God keeping me strong. People will say, you're a strong woman. But I tell them when they say that, I say, because of God. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I'd have been right now. Thank God for keeping me strong.
It is hard to understand how this mother, whose maternal instincts led her on that fateful night to know her son had been killed, even though she wasn't there, isn't angry. She says it's because of a higher power, her faith in God.
What a powerful way to continue his memory. Thanks so much for sharing that, Corvell. Well, you may have seen the signs already, but with 17 days to go, the countdown to the Bahamas' 53rd independence is officially underway. And like any aquamarine, black, and gold-blooded Bahamian, excitement is at a fever pitch. And on Sunday, we'll be treated to an iconic independence event, the annual Beat Retreat. Minister of Culture, Arts, and Heritage, the Honorable Leslie Bryce, says it's a show you won't want to miss.
This week, Sunday, is the annual Beat Retreat that's going to be held Bay Street in Rawson Square. I'm asking for Bahamians everywhere to come out and support our armed forces. They've been working hard. There's also a special surprise at the Beat Retreat. So those who are usually in attendance, the bleachers are going to be there. Bring your umbrellas just to shade yourself from the heat, but we're ready to celebrate 53.
As for the details behind this year's overall celebrations, Minister Bryce remains tight-lipped, but shares there will be a number of surprises on the big day.
There will be a lot of unique aspects. I don't want to say because there's a lot of surprises for Bahamians. So just be in store to have a wonderful time of celebrating our 53rd anniversary. Plans are underway. The LOC teams have been meeting. The family islands are excited. We've been engaging them. The director for the cultural service, he is excited. A lot of the cultural enthusiasts, they're all practicing. Practices have started. And so we're excited to celebrate our 53 years of independence.
I know I can't wait, and I'm sure you can't wait as well. Meanwhile, Pastors Stephen and Nadine Monroe of Believers Embassy International are celebrating a significant milestone in their church. The couple marks 25 years in the ministry this year, a journey they say began back in 2001 in Rock Sound, Eleuthera, where they served for 14 years. They relocated to New Providence and continued to answer the call in local ministries, and in 2007, Believers Embassy International was born. Mrs. Monroe says while the ultimate highlight of the journey has been serving the Lord, it also was this.
For me, it's to give back. We love community, we love people, and we love sharing, and we love God. So it's an awesome combination.
And the Give Back continues in a major way this weekend. The church is hosting their Founders Spring Give Back on Saturday, beginning at 7 a.m., where members of the community will be treated to clothing, groceries, breakfast, and so much more.
And all are invited, especially those persons who are in need, of course. You know, we have a lot of persons in our nation that is hurting. And then not only that, it doesn't mean that you may be on the less fortunate side that you have to come and partake, but sometimes people fall on hardship. Mm-hmm. We have been there. Yes. We know about that. So, you know, life sometimes throws us a curveball, and we just want to be a blessing. Our reach is not just in the four walls, but our reach is beyond the four walls.
Still to come, we'll take a look at what's making or marking and making the rounds on social media with Matea Stewart. Looking forward to that.
And of course, Diane Dorsett has your Access weather forecast, so stay close.
Join us Sunday, June 28th at Rawson and Parliament Square for the Independence Beat Retreat. Celebrate the 53rd anniversary of Bahamian independence with an evening of culture, entertainment, and spectacular performances. The Cultural Village opens at 3:30 p.m., showcasing the best of the Bahamas. We'll see you there.
It's Tuesday, June 23rd. Hopefully everyone's had a nice start to the week. It's time for your Access weather forecast, your quick look at what's shaping our weather for the next few days. The heat is definitely on as afternoon high temperatures reached almost 90 degrees, while our feels like temps were feeling about 3 degrees warmer. And that hot and sunny trend will carry on for the next several days. So we've got very warm conditions continuing across the archipelago, supported by a dominant ridge of high pressure and hazy conditions in the central and southeast Bahamas from a secondary plume of Saharan dust. Heat advisory for the north and a dust advisory for the central and southeast Bahamas are still in effect. What else is happening in our skies? Looking at our satellite picture, there are some clouds near the extreme northwest Bahamas associated with a mid-level trough, which could trigger showers and thunderstorms in that area tonight and tomorrow. And tracking the Atlantic, there is no tropical cyclone development expected over the next 7 days. Now, looking at our 3-day boating forecast, in the northwest Bahamas tonight and tomorrow, we'll get southeast to south winds at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet and a low tide at 10:29 this evening. In the central and southeast Bahamas, east to southeast winds 12 to 18 knots with seas at 3 to 6 feet and a small craft caution still in effect. Then in the northwest and central Bahamas on Thursday, southeast to south winds at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. We'll get a low tide at 11:26 and a high tide at 5:47 that afternoon. In the southeast Bahamas, east to southeast winds at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, and a small craft caution still in effect. It's time now for your international temperatures, which are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Yes, it's back one more time. Live and direct, this one is called Come Go With Me. Back to Bimini, y'all. Listen to watch it, do it. When I saw you for voice, I knew you was the one for me. You were very fine, very true and so sexy. Saw you watching me from straight across the room. I knew you was the one, I knew I had to take you home. Me to Illusion, me to Inagra, me to...
And that was your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that wraps up your access for the forecast. But join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thanks, Diane. Well, the internet has been buzzing lately, and who better to be joining us in studio to chat socials than our digital reporter, Matea Stewart. Matea, what's been happening on the interwebs?
Marlena, I am so happy to be here and keeping you up to date with what's going on social media. So first things first, there is a digital creator who has gone viral for a dance that he did. Now, his tag name is Florida. He's based in Florida, but he's from Pine City. He's an Eleutheran, okay? And this was in Young Miami's song, Spend That. It went so viral that Young Miami herself jumped in and did the song with him. The video currently stands at 6.2 million views. So that went pretty high on social media this week. And if we can turn tables just for a little bit, we can talk about prom season. Prom 2026 has taken over the high school senior kind of space over the last few years in the Bahamas.
Yes, it does.
We have some beautiful photos from QC, Kingsway, SAC, and even a photo from St. Francis and Joseph's. Their sixth graders did a mini prom. That was super cool to see.
A mini prom. That's adorable. I feel like I saw a Princess Tiana inspired gown in there just now.
I saw a few Princess Tianas actually. They were stunning. And then if we can switch gears and refresh our feeds, we're going to talk about the Netflix show that's had everyone talking on the edge of their seats.
I feel like I know where you're going with this.
Listen to me. I mean, it's had me going to bed late, okay? Really? We're talking about The Polygamist. And if you haven't seen the series or watched the trailers, it's actually a show about a wealthy businessman whose secret relationships with multiple women are starting to catch up to him.
Oh, as they do.
Hey.
As they do.
Hello.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's one of those you can't escape.
Exactly. It's all over social media and all over Netflix. And there are themes of betrayal, revenge, we're seeing family drama, and most of all, scandal.
Let me tell you, the scandal is there. I have not watched it, but the little piece that I saw when I was sitting in a waiting room, I could not stand that man.
Take your eyes off of it, right?
Yeah, I hated it. It was like a train wreck that you couldn't take your eyes away from.
Exactly.
But oh my goodness, extremely entertaining.
It's also a South African drama, so that's kind of taking over as well. We're seeing a lot of different dramas and Netflix shows in different regions that are making the stage too. And that's been trending, that's been hot on social media.
If they can do it, so can we. Maybe that can inspire some of our local filmmakers to get in the game as well.
I love to hear it.
Well, thank you so much, Matea. Can't wait to have you back again soon.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to stay with us. Sports with Amajal Knowles is up right after this.
Okay, so today we were here representing BTC here at the Rotary Club, and we basically would have spoke on the 3 mobile plants that we have launching soon. That's coming on stream very shortly. Something bigger and better for our customers to experience and have a great overall experience based on what we are about to offer.
You know, one of the most exciting things is when we have BTC come to our meetings. You know, they bring a lot of excitement, they bring a lot of good news. And one of the most exciting things is they're talking about upgrades. You know, as a consumer of BTC, you always want to know what's going on. So to be the first at hand to know what's going on, I'm excited. I'm so grateful that BTC chose to come to us and have this wonderful meeting.
I did not know the depth of upgrades that have been happening, how BTC has been maneuvering in the community, and it was great to have such a strong showing of BTC persons with us this evening.
Car insurance, home insurance, marine insurance, this insurance, that insurance. The truth is, you may not like it very much, but you need insurance, and it has to work for you. That's why Summit insurance policies are designed with you and your life in mind, fitting your lifestyle and needs perfectly. So you can rest comfortably knowing that your car, home, boat, and business are well taken care of. Contact our agents at Insurance Management today. Summit Insurance. We peak above all others.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Grand Bahama, we've helped 486 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $14.4 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Grand Bahama's economy by investing in its leading sectors: food and beverage, tourism, and fishing. Every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
Welcome to your Tuesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports less than 3 weeks away from the next window of the FIBA America Cup qualifiers in the Bahamas with a new but familiar face at the helm. Our Swanson Gibson Jr. gives us part 2 of his chat with the new Bahamas men's basketball team head coach, Mikhail McLean.
Over the past 5 years, Mikhail McLean has played a critical role in the growth of the Bahamas senior men's national basketball team. As an assistant head coach, McLean has helped anchor the offensive and defensive systems for the 242 in various FIBA tournaments. McLean was recently named head coach of the squad ahead of the Bahamas' FIBA World Cup qualifiers matchups. He acknowledged his predecessor while praising the Bahamas basketball personnel.
First off, it's a huge blessing. It would be silly of me not to mention Chris DeMarco that laid the foundation for this Bahamas national team over the course of the last 8 years. Being able to join his staff, being able to kind of build this foundation from the ground up, and, you know, all of the guys, the players, the coaches that came before that, you know, so it's an unbelievable honor. We got a really talented group. We got a really talented staff. We're really excited to get to work.
McLean is no stranger to the big stage. Since 2024, he has served as an assistant coach for the prominent University of Kentucky basketball program. Additionally, he has been a part of the Bahamas' impressive Olympic qualifiers run, putting the world on notice in Argentina and Spain. McLean discussed working with such a talented core of athletes.
We've had a lot of success over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, you know, so, you know, for us to start with a group that, you know, the Travis Munnings, the Buddy Heels, the Kai Jones, everybody, DeAndre Ayton, like we always talk about the superstars, but like, I mean, Keno Burrows, you know, has been a part of this organization for the last, like, 50 years, you know, so the longevity that he's had, that this program and this organization has had, you know, the BBF, the Basketball Federation, has done a great job giving us the resources to be successful. And, you know, we're in a position where we can kind of really take the world by storm. We've been close, but we're real close to kind of kicking that door down.
McLean speaks to having home court for the upcoming series of games.
Just the fact that we have an opportunity to compete on our home court in Kendall G. Isaac's gym, like, it's going to be lit in there, it's going to be loud, it's going to be rambunctious. So finding a way to settle our guys down, you know, not getting too high, not too low throughout the, you know, the physicality of the game. It's going to be super, super physical. Both teams are super physical. Both teams want to get up and down in transition. You know, Jamaica has a really good big man that they want to throw the ball inside to him, and they got a really good guard that, you know, plays in the NBA. So just finding a way to neutralize a lot of their top players and not allowing the role players to get off as well. So
the Bahamas does battle with Jamaica and Puerto Rico July 3rd and 6th at the Kendall Isaac's gym. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
Thanks, Swanson. Still on hoops, this time we check in on a pair of summer camps taking place in the capital. First, over the Kendall G. Isaac's Gymnasium for well over 2 decades. Basketball Smiles has been impacting the local hoops community, and this year is no different.
Well, we love the kids here. The program started in 1999, and this year we'll have served our 13,000th child. And we have grown to be the largest free basketball camp, I think, in the entire Caribbean. And we just continue it because the kids are eager to learn, they're very respectful, they play hard, and we just have a great time.
Extremely a joy to come back and work with the kids in the Bahamas. I mean, the name of the camp is Basketball Smiles, and when I get an opportunity to come over to the Bahamas and bring smiles to the kids, it's joyful, it's grateful. I love coming here. I wish we can come 2 times a year, but I love coming back and working with the kids in the Bahamas. They really enjoy it, they appreciate, and they work extremely hard when they're here.
It's a really good camp, especially for girls and boys. It's a good way, a good, vivid, energetic environment to learn and get better.
And over at the C.I. Gibson Gymnasium, a college basketball coaching legend lending his basketball expertise to some of our youngsters. Dennis Helms, a highly decorated Hall of Fame junior college basketball coach with 724 wins across 32 seasons, best known for his tenure at Odessa College in Texas. Helms coached multiple NBA stars and was also the head coach for one of our very own local basketball coaching legends in Kevin and KJ Johnson.
It was a great opportunity. I mean, Kevin won his 7th national championship. I decided I wanted to come down. I wanted my wife to be able to see the Bahamas. And, hey, some people like to drink Kool-Aid. I like to coach basketball.
You know, it's the summertime. Definitely we want to keep these young men and women off the streets during the busy summer period. You know, I have a development program that goes on simultaneously in the afternoons also. We have about 18 teams, about 200 plus kids participating in the development program, and that's what's important.
We got with a pair of campers who spoke about the experience as well.
The past few days, I mean, it wasn't easy as you see, working hard. You know, every day we learning something new. As for me as a big, I learned how to control the ball, be more patient. I got to learn my role more in the paint, get more bigger and stronger this season.
The past few days has been good. It's definitely not about your physical ability in this camp. It's about your mentality. So if you don't have your right mentality over here, you're not going to make it. Because some days are going to be harder than others. Like yesterday, it was pretty hard. Today, look even harder. Made it up with me.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Tuesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous weather events. Hurricanes are also measured using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which ranks storms from categories 1 through 5 based on wind speed and potential damage. And did you know, when a hurricane becomes especially deadly or destructive, its name is permanently retired out of respect for the lives and communities affected. Now is the time to prepare your emergency kit with a portable AM/FM radio. Review your family plans and stay connected to trusted weather information. Preparation today can save lives tomorrow. These are the names of the storms for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Welcome to the Best of Sports World. I'm your host, Carlos Spanky.
Tuesday, 9 p.m., Saturday, 6:30 p.m.
I will be bringing you some of the greatest sporting events on the planet of Earth. Football, basketball, baseball, track and field, NASCAR race, bike week, and oh yeah, the Battle of the Bands. Some of the greatest high school marching bands on the planet of Earth. And the heavyweights of all bands. Bethune-Cookman University marching Wildcats in the 14K versus the Florida A&M Rattlers. I've always said if I could not take the Bahamas to the world, I'm going to bring the world to the Bahamas. We host only the best, and the beat goes on, Bahamas. We're just better than the rest. Watch it.
You're looking at a shot of the St. Andrews School, and it's time now to take a trip to Exuma. Let's go.
Thanks, Marlena. Friends of Exuma is investing in the next generation of leaders with 2 grants supporting scholarship awards at Exuma Christian Academy and the Nelson A. Ranger Scholarship Fund. The donations totaling $20,000 will help ensure that deserving students have access to educational opportunities that nurture their talents, reward their hard work, and empower them to pursue their dreams. For Friends of Exuma, the impact of these scholarships goes beyond tuition. They create pathways for young people to thrive and give Exuma's brightest minds the support they need to become the island's future leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, and change makers. On a small island where college costs fall squarely on families, that support is often what turns a dream into a plan and reality.
Very important work happening there.
I think it was Benjamin Franklin who said, if you fail to plan, you should plan to fail.
Yeah.
So keep a plan.
Yes, keep that plan and keep the charity coming.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. As always, thanks for joining us.
And be sure to stay tuned for the Rundown with Howard Grant. Good night, everybody.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement. Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
Hi, this is Spence Finlayson, the Bishop of Motivation. Al Pearce and Diana Finlayson's last child and host of Immediate Response on the ZNS network. Be sure to tune in every weekday, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon for Immediate Response on the ZNS network.
PREP stands for Prepare, Refocus, Educate, and Produce. When young people come to the program, we make them feel comfortable. We may break out into groups. When Philip asked Nathaniel, Nathaniel said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Has anyone said, "Can anything good come out of Canaan Lane? Can anything good come out of Ball's Alley?" There are a lot of young people in Canaan Lane who are excelling in track, who are doing well in school. What I started PREP to help to do, to get people to understand and notice that there are problems and issues that are going on with our young people, that indeed we who can do something should do something. And so PREP is here for them, creating the opportunities, letting them know that there is potential that you have not yet discovered within yourself. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
I don't know, but there's all kind of cars. Are you serious, man? You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the. Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, man. Boy, what's going on, dog? And I tell you we shouldn't park here, not this way park here. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad big broke, and he got a sticker inside to say this mud though. We gotta move. This is a handicap. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't we can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Good evening, I'm Howard Grant and welcome to The Rundown here on ZNS Television Network. Tonight, we're shining a spotlight on an organization that has spent more than 4 decades advocating for the rights, inclusion, and empowerment of persons with disabilities here in the Bahamas. The Disabled Persons Organization has played a significant role in advancing opportunities, education, and social development for thousands of Bahamians while championing equal participation in society. Our first guest is a Disabled Persons Organization's president, Anton Monroe. Under his leadership, the organization continues its mission of promoting the rights, dignity, and independence of persons with disabilities throughout the Bahamas. Welcome, Mr. Monroe. It is so wonderful to have you with us this evening.
Good evening. Thank you.
I'm very happy that you're here. I want you to be able to tell persons who you are and your position in terms of your disability. Let them know exactly what's what.
Okay, well, as I said earlier, my name is Antoine Monroe. I am the newly elected president of the Disabled Persons Organization. I am also employed with the Ministry of Social Services, Department of Social Services, Disability Affairs Division, where I conduct training sessions in Braille and computer studies.
This is exciting stuff. You didn't tell me all of that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah? This is exciting stuff, man. Talk to me about it. I want to find out, the organization has been advocating for persons with disabilities for more than 4 years. What progress have you been able to see, and where do you see the significant gaps, whether or not they still exist?
I think we were able to share with persons how to care for persons with disabilities, how to train the family members to take care of their loved ones, and for the most part, how to deal with persons like the language. We find that persons who deal with persons with disabilities do not know how to address them. So we've been trying to express the correct language in responding to persons with disabilities.
Talk to me about disabilities before we go further. In our society, we classify them, especially coming out of the 80s, whether or not persons had mental retardation and other things like that. How do we classify disabilities? Is it a tangible thing? Is it a mental thing? How do you identify that during in what you do right now?
Okay, so what we do is we were taught how to, we teach people how to recognize the person first and then the disability. For example, a person who uses a wheelchair, we wouldn't say that wheelchair-bound person. So we'd say the person who uses a wheelchair, or the person who's blind, we will say that man who is blind or that woman who is blind.
Always acknowledging the person
right,
first.
always acknowledging the person.
Yeah, because in our society, we haven't always acknowledged a person. We used to call people, and it's not, I don't say this with this sort of a championing the cause. I say this with an acknowledgement of who we were and how we've evolved.
Yes.
There was this sort of a concept where you call people, and very dismissive. You say, okay, that one retarded, okay, that one ain't got a leg, or so forth and so on. And I think that we as a society have become more understanding, educated, exposed, and how to be able to deal with it. Are you seeing that now?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. A great measure of it is being demonstrated, and we are happy persons are getting the correct usage of the language, and we will continue to have different forums and PSAs and all that we could do to continue to spread that message of using the correct language to refer to us as persons with disabilities.
I want to talk to you about this kind of accessibility. Accessibility remains sort of a major issue globally for a lot of persons. I remember years ago being able to talk about the access, just to share rails in the bathroom or being able to have a ramp. So accessibility remains like a major issue from a global standpoint. What are some of the biggest challenges persons with disabilities continue to face here in the Bahamas?
I think the biggest one for us, and we always talk about it, is the need for affordable transportation, available, affordable, and accessible. We call it the 3 A's. And so we see around, especially persons who use private providers, that the transportation in the Bahamas is so expensive. And our administration this time is really going to tackle that and try to see if we can put together a program that will speak to trying to help persons to be able to afford transportation. We are looking at a design where we could invite the Bahamian public. If you have some free time, you can reach out to us and register. We're going to provide a register where you can register with the organization to provide services in transportation.
If you are disabled, or you mean, what do you mean?
Well, if you want to assist a person with a disability.
Okay.
You know,
like
they
volunteers.
They need to get around
Okay.
to the hospital, the grocery store, the banks. Persons are moving, but because the transportation is so costly, and then too, the public transportation that we have is not, in our opinion, safe for our persons with disabilities. We may have a few of them that try or they would use it, but it's not safe for our people. And so we feel that we need to design a program that is safer for our members and the wider community.
Is this something that you've approached the government with?
We are prepared to approach the government, our Minister of Social Services. Once we would have put everything together, we will have a meeting with her. And I think this is going to be a great step in the right direction for our members.
This is exciting that you're actually having this conversation. Most recently, the Prime Minister and the Member of Parliament for Fort Charlotte and the Minister for Innovation and National Development, Sebastian, would have actually gifted a transportation and a bus to, somebody remind me of the school that, oh God.
Stapleton School, yes.
Stapleton,
yes.
Look at you, you need to stop,
yes.
right?
Yes,
Stapleton
yes,
School, right?
Yes.
It was a Stapleton School, and they actually did it, and I thought it was a wonderful initiative to being able to do that. The Prime Minister said that he made a commitment, he showed up, he gave them this particular transportation. I think that is a wonderful opportunity to be able to identify those things. Now, this is going to be a lot of work. What is the population, if you know offhand? What's the population of persons within your organization that have accessibility, that have disabled position?
Well, our member, Deep Disabled Persons Organization has a membership of over 35 members. And of course, that is growing. As we just, we had an executive meeting just this evening, and we just approved of some other members. So I'm looking forward to seeing more persons reach out
How do you qualify as a disabled person?
Well, once you have a disability, once you have, if you are blind, if you are deaf, you are hard of hearing, if you are physically disabled, that means a person that uses a wheelchair, or even if you have to use the walking canes, you are considered disabled.
Now, do we stop just with the physical disabilities? Do we go to the mental disabilities?
Oh, mentally, yes. Mental as well.
So persons who are on the spectrum, persons who are struggling with certain aspects of things, are they invited into your space also?
Yes, yes. Also, I want to know too, not only persons with disabilities we invite into our space, but also able-bodied persons, because we don't want to have just persons with disabilities around. We need volunteers to assist us whenever we're going out to events or anything we have to do, if we have to travel. So we need volunteers around also.
And this 35-person, how long have you been established as an organization?
The Disabled Persons Organization has been around from 1981.
45 years?
Yes, sir.
How do I know that? I born in 81, go ahead.
Yeah, it was established by the late Philip Smith. And just in a nutshell, we are a cross-disability organization that work on behalf and for persons with disabilities, not only our members, but persons with disabilities all around the Bahamas.
And so, though your organization within itself, the DPO, though that organization confines and has its boards, has its members, its volunteers, the 35 persons, do you lend accessibility, give attention to other persons who may be in the community at large with disabilities?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We do visits, we do home visits to persons. Persons are recommended to us through the Disability Affairs Division. So yeah, we are on the ground. We are on the ground.
So there's a lot of disabled persons. I got to ask you these questions because people watching us right now, and they got the checkbook ready. No, I'm serious.
Yes,
they got the checkbook ready. They got the bus ready, but it's time to be able to give them a clearer view. Now, there is a significant population of persons who are disabled, I presume, here in the city of Nassau. And you want to be able to go and do your checks on them on a day-to-day basis. You want to be able to ensure that they're okay.
Yes.
You want to be able to go and, whether or not they're sick and shut in, you want to be able to do these things. Is this what the DPO does? What is your mission in terms of being able to do those things?
So, not only we want to work here in New Providence, but we want to establish brands in the Family Islands as well, because we realize from our studies that sometimes our Family Islands could be overlooked, and not because negative, but just something that happens. So we want to be able to have our presence in all of the islands, and so we are going to establish branches in those islands.
Well,
and that's going to be, I'm sure, that's going to be costly.
I hear, it ain't gonna be costly. They can take care of it. Well, listen, I'm here with Mr. Monroe. We're gonna have a great conversation tonight. We're gonna talk about the Disabled Persons Organization and being able to identify how we can be able to assist them tonight. Quick break, guys. Gonna be right back after this.
Swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim Bahamas. Water safety rule number 1. Never swim alone. Go with a friend.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make it a date. Saturday, June 27, 2026, 7 p.m. at Atlantis Paradise Island. It's the King Noah National Parkinson Foundation's 26th Annual Gala Charity Ball. Cocktails begin at 6:45 p.m. Food prepared by international chefs. Tons of prizes and surprises. Entertainment by the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band, DJ Gary Super Johnson, and the dynamic Essence Band. Once again, it's Saturday, June 27, 2026, 7 p.m. at Atlantis Paradise Island. If you haven't already purchased your ticket, give us a call at 242-477-3785 3782. That's 242-477-3782. With your help, we can continue to tell those with Parkinson's.
We are not strong, and I'll be your friend.
Here are a few things that you can add to your hurricane kit to give it a much-needed upgrade. Portable power banks, solar chargers, solar-powered radios, and similar items. While you're at it, make sure you're stocked up on the regulars: battery-operated radio and flashlight, additional batteries, a comprehensive first aid kit, along with 2 weeks of medication. Be sure to add life vests for family members and a toolkit. There should be 1 gallon of water per day for each member of your family and non-perishable food. Be sure to secure important documents like banking and insurance information and government-issued identification. And pay close attention to the ZNS network for all your weather updates. If this seems like a lot, think of it as survival through preparation. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
And we are back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here having a great conversation with none other than Mr. Monroe, Anton Monroe, being able to talk to us from the Disabled Persons Organization here in the country. Been established for 44 years now, and they got 35 persons, but they're wanting you. Now, this entire interview has just shifted course. Listening to Mr. Monroe and his particular passion and his desire and position of being able to identify these things, it's time for us to be able to advocate. I want to ask him a few more questions, but I want to make you to understand that there is a portion of our society that needs assistance. I think there's sort of an idea that we have continued to be able to bubble and found victory at this particular concept, this side of eternity. Let's just be very clear about it. This choosing of progress needs to happen again today. Praise God. I just want to be able to talk to you like this. I want to talk like this because we're here in this kind of a position, and there is a necessity that we need to fill today. I want to give you a number. I want you to be able to assist wherever you are right now. The disabled community needs buses, they need white canes, they need braille machines, they need all these particular things. And though this 35-member team, whether that's volunteers or the executive body that assists, they need more persons to be able to assist them with ensuring that we take care of these people in our society. I'm here with Mr. Monroe. Mr. Monroe, yes. I want to thank you for, the opportunity to be able to do this for us.
Thank you.
And give me the chance to be able to talk about this, because it's unfortunate in our society that sometimes it's just out of sight, out of mind. You don't think about it when you're on a hustle and bustle every day trying to get out here in the city of Nassau to be able to make something. But when we take our time and realize that our brothers and sisters are in need, I think we got to talk about it.
Yes, yes, yes. I could share with you, I have a daughter, right? Her name is Antonique Monroe. She's 8 years old. My daughter is also totally blind. I have to take care of her every day.
Hold on, what? So she was born blind also?
She was born blind.
Were you born blind also?
Well, no, I got blind at the age of 11, but I've been blind so long. But no, I laugh at it, but yeah, people tend to think that we have it all together, we don't need help. I don't like to be the one, or I don't like to be that person always complaining. But whatever help that the community can give to us, persons with disabilities, I would like to encourage them to do so.
You need a headquarters?
Yes, we need a headquarters.
Do you have any location that you worked out of, or anything?
We don't have, we just meet all over the place.
You don't have a secured location?
I told my executive board, even if we have to meet virtually, we will meet. But we do need a headquarters. We need a headquarters.
Virtually? How do people can meet virtually?
And when I say virtual, I mean on Zoom. We can have meetings on Zoom, and we can have meetings using the WhatsApp platform. That's not, it's not good.
Is it disabled friendly? Like you can be able to navigate it? Okay.
It is. We have the smartphones that we use with the accessibility feature.
You need some of them phones too.
We could use some. We could use
Make sure
some.
to take care of Mr. Monroe. I could call your company name, but make sure you take care of Mr. Monroe. Go ahead, Mr. Monroe. We can put it out there for you tonight.
Yeah, and like I was saying, you know, I take care of my daughter with the assistance, of course, with my mom who assists. But for the most part, I have to take care of her.
Your mom doesn't have any disabilities?
No, she's...
Okay, praise God, okay.
For the most part, I take care of her on my own. Anthony is growing well. And even
And you're
that,
a single father?
Yes.
Wow.
Even that, when you look at educating or education for special children, I was excited to hear the Minister of Education talk about special education teachers, because I could tell you, at the School for the Blind, I'm not trying to speak for them, I only speak in as a parent. At the School for the Blind, the school can use, yes, the school can use the specialized help.
So they need Braille machines?
Yes, our organization needs Braille machines, computers.
So you get the Braille machines. Who's going to teach the people how to Braille?
Well, I teach Braille, so I'll be one of the teachers, and of course we have other members of our organization that can teach also.
Really?
Yes.
This is exciting stuff.
Yes.
I didn't know that this existed in such a manner. So talk to me about these particular things. So you need transportation to get to and fro around the island, whether or not that means the persons need to be able to go and visit the doctor, whether or not they need to visit the dentist,
yes,
or wherever they need to go throughout the space, there needs to be some dedication to those particular persons to be able to do that.
Oh, yes. So that's why I'm saying we are looking aggressively and designing a program that we will be inviting the public to, you know, whatever free time you have, you know, even retirees, whatever time you have, to come in and register with us and offer your service with transportation. Transportation is mostly needed among the community of persons with disabilities. We always have something to do and somewhere to go.
My good friend Sheila Coleman would always tell me about these stories of her and her advocacy in those particular areas, being able to champion the cause in a different area, not necessarily the disabled persons community, but being able to assist, for, I think, from a national perspective. I don't remember her board or the name of that board specifically, but she's been working in those areas for some time.
Oh, yeah. Sheila Coleman has been an advocate for persons with disabilities for many, many years, and we are appreciative of her work, and we can't say that enough. She's done well. She's done well, and she's, I'm sure, continuing to advocate on behalf of persons with disabilities.
Yeah. I want to ask you, let's get into some political stuff in terms of what you need in terms of legislation. What legislation or policy or societal changes would you like to see implemented to improve on the inclusion and opportunities for persons with disabilities?
Well, we are excited to have a Persons with Disabilities Equal Opportunities Act, which was enacted in 2014. We're excited that the government put that forth. What we want to see more of the provisions of that act being enforced. That is really, really important. It's okay to have an act, but if the provisions of the act is not being enforced, it's a challenge. And I'm sure our government is going to get it done.
Tell me some of those provisions that needs to be enforced or that you'd like to be able to see.
Well, definitely the need for affordable, available, and accessible transportation.
Okay.
The need for affordable housing for persons with disabilities. I heard that
You're talking transportation and housing, but I didn't hear occupation. I mean, despite the fact that you may be disabled, these things cost money. And so the Equal Opportunity Act, the Disabled Equal Opportunity Act, should afford you access and opportunity to be able to get jobs once you're qualified to get those particular jobs.
Yeah, I was getting to that.
Okay, go ahead.
We as persons with disabilities, we have a lot of qualified persons in our community. And we somehow are overlooked. I think we have to encourage persons to look at our ability and not our disability. Sometimes they would look at us and say, "Oh man, I don't know what this man, you know, this blind man could do."
You present your, watch it, watch it, Mr. Monroe. You present yourself articulate, strong, insightful, capable. You present yourself as an advocate, as a single father. You present yourself as a provider. You come here as a president in your capacity, being able to have a wealth of knowledge. From time immemorial in our society, people have presented themselves as though they are at the gate beautiful, begging arms, in a disabled posture. You understand? Not necessarily ever showing us that they had capability beyond being able to stretch their arms or stretch a cup. But you're saying to me that there is a community. They are qualified, capable, experienced persons who can do some stuff. How do we get access to these people?
Well, we have a register. We have a membership list. You can reach out to us, and we would be more than happy to recommend you for whatever job you're looking to fill. We have persons who are receptionists. We have persons who are secretaries.
Now that means I have to ensure that my establishment is disabled friendly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we can also assist with that. We have Miss Maria Delaveau. She is the only trained orientation and mobility specialist in this Bahamas, and she is more than willing.
What is the orientation specialist?
Orientation and mobility has to do with knowing your surroundings, knowing how to get around in a safe way. And that brings in the use of the white cane, knowing how to use the white cane to identify objects, knowing how to use the white cane to identify the tops of stairs and even sidewalks and all that stuff.
I love this. I love that you're talking about these particular things. So white cane, does it actually, okay, so all of us watch the movie Ray, right? Being able to talk about Ray Charles. And when he grew, he had a hollow shoe that can be able to hear the depth of certain aspects of things. Does the white cane provide you that opportunity to be able to see and hear things like that?
Well, the white cane, if it is used correctly, you're able to identify terrain. You're able to identify when you're walking in grass. You're able to identify walking in water. You're able to identify walking in sand. So once you're using it in the correct way, which we teach, you're able to, and then sound, using your ear is important also.
I want to be able to know because I got to take a quick break, but I'd like to be able to put his number out there so we can be able to dive deeper into this. Mr. Monroe number, and you can be able to reach him at 804-4125. That's 804-4125. And we get back and find out a little bit more about what they're doing, what their sort of hopes is for the next 5 years or so, and then be able to dive into a few more things. We're here. This is The Rundown. We're going to be right back after this.
Swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim Bahamas. Water safety rule number 5. Never push anyone into the pool or off of a dock.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make it a date. Saturday, June 27, 2026, 7 p.m. at Atlantis Paradise Island. It's the King Noah National Parkinson Foundation's 26th Annual Gala Charity Ball. Cocktails begin at 6:45 p.m. Food prepared by international chefs. Tons of prizes and surprises. Entertainment by the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band, DJ Gary Super Johnson, and the Dynamic Essence Band. Once again, it's Saturday, June 27, 2026, 7 p.m. at Atlantis Paradise Island. If you haven't already purchased your ticket, give us a call at 242-477-3782. That's 242-477-3782. With your help, we can continue to tell those with Parkinson's.
We are not strong, and I'll be your friend.
I don't know know, but there's all kind of cars in the parking lot. You ain't even know where to park. If you just don't park in the, look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park, just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? Well, I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here, I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad big bro, and he got a sticker inside to say this mother, we gotta move, this is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move, don't, we can move right now, sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Rundown. I'm Howard Grant. Women with disabilities play a vital role in ensuring awareness is disseminated nationwide. The Disabled Persons Organization has a Director of Women's Affairs, Hannah McPhee, and she's here. It's her job to advocate on the issues affecting women and girls living with disabilities. Let's welcome Ms. McPhee with us. Ms. McPhee, it's wonderful to have you with us. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
It's so wonderful to have you with us. Talk to me about it. Introduce yourself to persons. Let them know exactly who you are.
I'm Hannah McPhee. I'm visually impaired, totally blind.
And you have a beautiful smile. I don't know if anybody ever told you that. Wonderful smile. It's so wonderful to see us. Talk to me about what you do and how long you've been doing it in terms of being able to assist in this area.
Well, I work at the Disability Affairs Division for quite a number of years.
Really?
Yes. And I'm retiring in September. But
really?
I've done several things there. I taught Braille for blind persons. You know, we read with our fingers. And that's Braille, and teach them how to write and all that kind of thing. We have Braille machine and so on. And then we do computer. You know, we do computer. I used to use the computer for my job for quite many years ago.
Really?
And so on, yeah. And we help with mobility, walking with the cane.
Let me ask you this question. In our society, as I was talking to Mr. Monroe, in our society, there is a choice that you make. A lot of persons who have disabilities that we would have seen over the years, it seems as though that there's a choice. You have to choose whether or not you're going to be able to endure, fight through this, and to be able to make something of yourself, or you can just be able to subside, to find yourself in a vegetative state, to be able to just ask for something. How do you separate the two? Talk to me, Ms. McPhee. How did you find the will, the strength to be able to learn the computer, learn Braille, teach Braille, keep a positive attitude, and still find purpose in what you do?
Well, I will start with a little girl. When I was a little girl, I went to school in Kingston, Jamaica, because at the time, I was very young and I didn't know about the school for the blind, but I was very lucky. My parents worked for a couple that came from England and bought one of the keys in Exuma, and my parents were lucky to be working for them. They were employed with the Harrises, and I think at the time I was 5 years old. But anyway, they took an interest, and then they took me to school in Jamaica after trying to find out what can they do towards my education and so on. And so that's how I went to school in Jamaica.
And so you learned Braille, you learned...
yes.
Did it give you this kind of a force? Because even after this, sometimes it could be discouraging. You seem to be very positive.
I am nervous, actually, as I'm talking to you.
Oh, you can't be nervous.
Yes, but yeah, Jamaica gave me a big push. And I was very pleased that I went. You know, I learned Braille and typing and everything there.
Really?
So it was a good start. it was a good start for me.
Let's talk about women. Let's talk about these women with disabilities who often face unique challenges. What are some of the issues that deserve greater public attention? What should we talk about, more specifically geared towards women? Not necessarily generally, but geared towards women that we should talk about.
Come again?
The women with disabilities that face unique challenges. What are some of the issues that deserve greater public attention?
Well, as Anton told you, transportation is one, because lots of people who are disabled, they work. You know, some have private transportation, and others, you know, they have to catch the bus, but it's cheaper when you catch the bus. The buses, they have special buses for the disabled. I remember there was a time, a couple good years ago, Mr. Leon Taylor, he used to drive the bus for us. And, you know, a lot of people to and from work caught that bus.
Really?
Yeah, that was a really big help. Even though we appreciate whoever transports us now, but you know, that's how it used to be.
So you're still looking for that transportation? This is important.
No, we are, but we would like for, if the government could do that for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did at one time, when we first started, Mr. Taylor, Leon Taylor, who's deceased now, you know, he was the driver who drove for us at that time.
So tell me this. We're talking about transportation. Mr. Anton Monroe said something.
Yes, I heard him.
He said that he's a single father.
Yes.
Of an 8-year-old girl who is herself disabled.
Yes.
Lives in with his mother, and his mother does what she can,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it automatically put me in the frame of mind of disabled mothers who may be also single mothers who would need assistance in this area.
I am sure there are. I'm sure there are.
Wow. So talk to me about that. Have they reached out to you? Is there a special attention that needs to be on those particular persons?
Well, disabled mothers, my friend Kayla has a son, and her son has a daughter, but nothing is wrong with the daughter. Nothing is wrong with her son, but Kayla is blind, and she has her kids. And then I have another friend who is blind. She has a child, well, a grown man now. He's working,
and so they get their assistance after their children or their family members assist them in those areas. But everybody likes their independence. Everybody likes to do some stuff for themselves.
Everybody. That is true.
So is this what the transportation is about? He started to talk not only for transportation, but also advocating for housing. Talk to me.
Yes. I have a home. But I'm trying to finish paying for it. I had that for, wow, I started in, 92, I think, when Janet Boster came to power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm still paying. That's a very long time ago.
Wow, that's excellent. But you got it. You're working towards it, and it's a wonderful thing that you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about how does the disability, the instincts with the issues such as employment, healthcare, education, and personal safety for women, how does that help in those particular areas, right? So I want to be able to find out about that, right? This kind of a disability instinct for issues such as employment, healthcare, education, and personal safety for women. Tell me about that instinct. Tell me about that sort of that position.
Well, jobs are very hard to find. That was really difficult. A lot of persons who are disabled still find it hard to get a government job. You have to be lucky, or you have to know somebody or an MP or something to help you.
Is it just
Sometimes.
government jobs? Is it not private sector?
Yeah, also private sector.
Yeah.
But some people are lucky, while others are not so lucky, because they might have to know someone.
Now, what about this? Now, the world is changing. I see that you started to talk to me about this kind of a computer interest and being able to develop like that. Mr. Monroe was telling me about the accessibility on your telephones. There are some things that are available globally that could put you in a position to be able to work from right at home.
Yeah, you can use the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you can do it privately, Or you could do it like, you may have a job, but if you, maybe somebody wants you to work from home and you can use your computer to do that. I'm kind of nervous, forgive me.
No, you don't have to be nervous.
I am.
I told Mr. Monroe, just imagine everyone naked. No, just kidding, right? Right? No, but just asking these questions. I think it's crucial that we have this conversation because
it is.
There's so many persons listening in with a desire to be able to assist. Like I said to Mr. Monroe, there's so many persons out there in this sort of a position where they're just a part of the rat race. They get home and work and home and work and home and work in the rhythm of what they do every day and not understanding that there is a portion of our society who needs help. And so I'm grateful that you're here with us tonight so we can understand how we can help. You know what I mean? Like, he started to talk to us about the transportation.
Yeah, he told you most of it. He didn't
give you nothing to say?
No.
My God,
I should have gone first.
You should have gone first, right?
Yes.
But there's a lot to be said and there's a lot to be done.
Yeah, but...
And also for advocacy for women, I think that that's very important. Let me ask you some other question. What message would you like to share with the young women and girls living with disabilities who may struggle with confidence and other opportunities? Now, you said you went off to school, you got your confidence, you understood what your position, you had your parents, so forth and so on. What would you say to other young girls more specifically who needs to be able to bolster and identify this confidence to get to where they need to be?
Wow. Wow, that's hard. How do they get the confidence? Well, I think you have to believe in yourself, firstly. Believe in yourself, believe you can do it. And once you have that confidence, go out there and try.
Does faith play a part of this?
Yeah, sure.
Does faith and believing in God?
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It seems like everyone has their portion in life. Everyone has their tribulation that they're, that's in the cards for them.
That's true.
And, sometimes we look at disability as a significant challenge and try to figure out, wow, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Of course.
But when we see you and Mr. Monroe and other persons...
Yeah, it gives you the confidence.
It's an amazing thing.
They can do it, I can do it too.
It's an amazing thing.
Yes.
But there are some people who need to hear from you. There's some people out there who need to be able to hear your voice and feel your smile. Even if they can't see it, they could feel it. Because you're beaming.
I am.
You're beaming, man. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here with you, and you continue to smile, your skin glowing. You can't see it, but I can tell you, your skin glowing, and you're here in this kind of a position, and I got to be able to say that. So talk to me about these here. Looking ahead with initiatives, what would you like to see developed to be better supported for empowerment for women in those disabled communities throughout our country?
Firstly, I would like to see the disabled people. And, well, I might be biased if I say blind, but I would like to see more jobs for them, especially the ones with children. I really would like to see that happen. And I would also like to see, well, they already have what they call affordable houses, but I think that not all of them, not all of us are able to do housing. Some of us don't make a lot of money. And if they could do something or give you like a discount or so on, that would be very helpful because lots of people, they're in dire need. They need houses. It's for their family.
Well, Ms. McPhee, I want to thank you so very kindly. You gave me a lot of insight and you touched my heart tonight with your passion, with your ability to be able to talk about these things. I want to thank you, and I want to thank Mr. Monroe for being able to sit with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is from the Disabled Persons Organization here in the country, and they have everything available for you. I want to give you the number once more, 804-4125. They need white canes, they need buses, they need braille machines, they need a headquarters, they need volunteers. Let's get the number again, 804-4125. Ms. McPhee, I want to thank you so much for being able to be with us. Hannah McPhee, ladies and gentlemen. Quick break, going to be right back after this.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Cat Island, we've helped 17 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $360,000 in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Cat Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: agriculture, fuel, and fishing. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
I have been coming to this island since I was 12 years old. It didn't take me long to realize the rich history it has here. When I bought this island in 2018, I fulfilled a lifelong dream. The goal is not only to preserve the memories I made over those years, but to make new ones and to give others the opportunity to do the same. As we go through this process, it has become clear to me, we aren't just rebuilding an island, we're reviving a legend.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and everybody's talking about it. The much-anticipated Season of Love concert, Part 2, the R&B edition, is here, and it's set for Saturday, June 27th on the lawn of the National Stadium right here in Nassau, Bahamas. Back with us at the rundown is YBE and Excalibur Entertainment Public Relations and Artist Affair Manager, Keyshawn Fowler. Welcome back, my dear. You come to tell us about all the jams and whatnot?
Of course, you know, it all goes down this Saturday. How time flies by.
This is exciting stuff.
Are you ready to sing?
Sing?
Yeah.
There's
I want to see you in the
happening.
crowd, you know, just singing.
I'd like to be there.
Okay.
But your hand comes swinging again. I just want to be decent as I say
Why
that.
you want to put me on blast? Why you want to put me on blast like this?
Swinging again. Jesus. Praise God. You should bring me tickets.
I should have brought it.
My car works. I could come and get it.
Well, you just call me.
Okay, praise God. Praise God. Tell us about it. What's going to be happening this weekend?
Well, it all goes down this Saturday. Gates open at 7 p.m. Season of Love Part 2 R&B edition featuring Joe, Kelly Price, Brian McKnight, Jimmy Cozier, and of course Nishi LS and Fan Sean.
Jimmy Cozier. Tell me Jimmy Cozier.
You
I can't. I don't know. It's not a music.
Sometimes I love her. Sometimes I love her.
You sing it to Okay, Jimmy Cozier.
Yes.
Okay, so this is being nice. Now, this is a grown folks thing, right?
It's a grown
When I take my wife out, you know, if I
you
take
told me the last time, I think you said you have 4 children.
I got 4 children.
And we're going to work on number 5. Right? 5. Come on. Number 5.
Yo, want me to kill the woman? No, I can't.
Listen, folks, get your tickets now. You can visit www.ybepromotions.com. You can purchase your tickets online, or you can visit Classy Cuts, or you can visit Sierra Jewels for your physical tickets. Please do not wait until the day of. Although for their Sky Lounge, they can call 427-811 or 357-0116.
427-811.
11.
Okay, 8111.
Yes.
Okay. Or 35.
0116.
116. Okay, so this is excellent stuff. Now, you have some things broken down, how you got it set up. You said, first and foremost, everybody, when you walk in, you is
are a VIP.
Right off the
you
top.
Enter the gate.
VIP.
You are a VIP automatic. And of course, VIP is standing, but we're going to have bleachers as well for those who may want to sit down.
You got to have a girlfriend to come to this or a significant other?
It doesn't matter.
You can't just come
you
by.
could come by yourself. Why not? You may be lucky and meet someone. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
You gotta cross your toes too.
Yeah, come on.
Don't come out there broke.
Gents come out smelling nice. Ladies come looking
smell
nice.
good too?
Yes, you have to smell good.
You gotta get a haircut.
You have to.
You see why
and
you
better get it early because this is an on-time show. If you're
what time
listening
the show
to
start?
me,
7 p.m.
Gates open at 7, but show time starts at 8. 6 artists on the lineup. Please don't show up at 9:30 thinking you're gonna see the entire show. You're gonna miss some things. So come on, gates open at 8. We're gonna have food courts. We're gonna have open bars for you as well. And of course, we're gonna have a 360 booth.
Food court?
Of course, that's how we do it.
Like when you go to the mall in 163rd?
Oh yes, you're gonna be
Miami?
able to pick and
So somebody can have the
choose.
teriyaki chicken?
Listen,
You want to taste?
You want to taste? You want to taste? You want to taste? So that's how we do it. That's how we do it. We always bring to you an elevated experience. We give you a bang for your buck. And of course, it doesn't get any better than this. Where can you find an R&B concert with 6 amazing artists for this price?
Joe, I'd like to be able to come and see Joe.
Of course.
I can be honest with you.
You're going to be
Joe
there.
and Kelly?
And Kelly.
Kelly's my girl.
You know,
and she needs to stop with the social media stuff, right? I'm not going to fight her, right?
But, you know, sometimes we have to vent. Sometimes we have to vent.
She just got out.
Yeah, you know.
She's my girl. She can sing. I always enjoy her.
But yes.
So, Joe, you got Joe, you got Kelly,
Price.
and Kelly.
And, of course, you have Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight. He's my guy.
Yes, I love him. Back
He's
at
my
one.
The only person missing out of here, who I'm also enjoying, you got to bring him next time.
Yeah, it is.
Eric Benet.
Okay.
He's my guy.
What is Pearl?
He is absolutely hilarious.
With his pearls?
On social media.
Oh, my
So we got to get him next time.
Okay.
Get him next time.
Okay, we may have someone 10 times better, but okay.
Next time.
Next time.
Ooh, don't diss my boy. He's my guy, right? He's my guy. But I'm excited about this. I'm serious. I want you guys to be able to come out. I think this is a great event, summer event. I hope you got some kind of fans around the place or some kind of cooling station, just in case it's a humid summer evening.
It's going to be nice and cool.
You don't wear no long clothes.
On the lawn, come comfy.
Comfortable.
Come prepared to have a wonderful time. All my 30 and up, you know, after a certain time, we need to be in our beds. So remember to come on
and
time.
I'm 40 and up.
All right, so we know. We know by 12, you're trying to be
12? I didn't been sleep for 3 hours. 12? You need to make sure. Listen. Start on, you can start on time?
Yes, we're going to start on time. Shouts out to Zaymar. Zaymar is on the field right now, getting the stage up and ready. The sound system, courtesy of Zaymar. Digiprint, I have to send a huge shout out to them. Cannot forget Bahamas Air. Wherever Bahamas Air fly, you can take advantage of their code Fall Love and be right here in Nassau this Saturday for the concert.
All right, so you want to be able to do that. If you guys are still interested in being able to find yourself in the position that you can be able to get your little booth, is it booths?
They're called Sky Pods and Sky Lounge.
Look at me.
And of course, let me not forget our all-access elevated, yes, Sky Pods and Sky Lounges. And of course, if you want all access anywhere in the concert, and you get up and close and personal to meet the artist.
Brian?
Of course, you get to meet Brian, you get to meet Joe, of course, Fanshawn, Nishi, Jimmy, you get to meet them. You pay your $500, you and your boo. Yeah.
$500 for 2 people?
No, boo. No.
$500 for me.
Yeah, for you.
And then she got to come up with her $500.
No, what you mean? You have to come up with the 1K?
Jesus, God.
What kind of thing this is?
You can start out in the VIP general section.
Oh, my,
you can be all right back there. You bring your money, baby? You bring your money?
No, Howard.
Don't row before the show.
No, Howard.
You know these people.
Then everyone just stay home.
They try to row before Valentine's
Yeah, okay.
Day.
No, ladies, no rowing. Guys, you know, be on your best behavior. You know how y'all go.
Cook something for the man.
I just had Father's Day, nice crab and rice.
Nothing.
But come empty. We're going to have a
pay
food
for
court.
everything.
You don't even have to eat before you come out.
My God.
See you guys this Saturday.
It's exciting, man. So you said the numbers again to call if you want to be able to get yourself one of the Sky Pods.
427-8111. Or visit ybpromotions.com. Visit our Facebook page. Follow us. We may have some giveaways for you too.
Okay, coming from a ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us here at The Rundown. Be sure that you stay locked into ZNS Network for the Bahamas tonight at 11 p.m. Is the final newscast in the country with the latest in news and information with Corvell Pyfrom. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm Howard Grant, and thanks so much for joining us.
Let's swim, Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim, Bahamas. Water safety rule number 6. Open water swimming. Always swim in line with the shore. Do not get out of your depth.
Let's swim, Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous